レーバージラ
Yeah.
Get that.
Go wash up for dinner, Pumpkinhead.
Okay, I got it.
We gotta get out of here. What are you doing? Come on.
The shelter case, where are we? Let's make the deal. They killed a little girl, Nick. Some justice is better than no justice at all. You need to tell the husband.
I don't understand.
The jury's gonna believe me.
The deal is done. I'm sorry. This is just how the justice system works.
I killed your friend Ames in prison, but I wanted to keep you all for myself.
Did you murder Clarence Darby?
He killed my wife and child.
You and whoever else you have helping you are gonna pay.
Now you're the one who makes deals with murderers, yeah? So I've come to make mine. Release me,
For what?
or I kill everyone.
We have him locked up and he's still killing people?
We're gonna lock this city down, put an armed cop on every corner.
He's in jail because he wants to be in jail.
I'm gonna bring the whole system down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
You will end this.
I'm just getting warmed up.
And welcome back, movie friends.
We're
Today-
doing Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah, 2009.
9, yeah, I think it is.
2009.
Starring Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Jamie Foxx.
And Jamie Foxx. And if you haven't seen this movie, it looks one way. All right, I'm going to tell you that. It looks like it's going to be one thing, but there's a lot more to this movie than like meets the eye at first impression.
Yeah, this movie is a way... I don't even know how it's advertised. I don't remember seeing a lot of, like... But even seeing the DVD,
Yeah.
it's a very generic DVD cover. It's like
It's
black and silver.
It's just their faces, yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx on one corner, Gerard Butler on the other, and like red lighting behind Gerard Butler because of course he's the bad guy.
Yeah, and I wouldn't consider this like a psychological like thriller or anything, but it's very, very close to a psychological action movie.
What they have it listed as is vigilante action thriller,
I saw that somewhere. Someone called it
And-
Vigilante.
and I get that because I made comparisons while we were watching to Predator.
Yeah.
I kind of got the vibes that Gerard Butler had maybe seen that movie previously and was like, you know, I'm going to try to take this dude's swag, only I don't have guns. I kind of use my brain a little more.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like a conventional late 70s, early 80s action hero like Stallone,
Very basic plot.
but it still uses like the aspects we've learned
Yeah.
from like the newer action heroes because yeah, that was the point. Like it was like Braun in the 80s. It was just like just throw Dolph Lundgren at it,
Yeah,
just
exactly,
throw
yeah.
Mr. T at it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger with a gun.
Yeah,
It's
Big
gonna
Buff
sell
will
money.
take it down.
Explosions.
And then like Die Hard kind of like ended it
Mm-hmm.
while still accepting it.
Well, yeah, Die Hard took it and kind of put a little character development behind it.
Yeah.
So you would invest in the character, and then that's when you get your franchise.
Because
you
I
know?
mean,
Yeah.
to an extent, if Bruce Willis is now known to us as a tough guy,
Kinda,
but back then he wasn't.
Yeah.
You're up against Schwarzenegger. I mean, this guy's pure muscle, and you're this little.
Yeah. It's like
So-
Andre the Giant and Rey Mysterio of today.
Yeah, it's just really weird. So yeah, I guess it's kind of like a vigilante, but I consider it more like a psychological action.
Yeah, anti-hero, vigilante, however you want to look
Yeah.
at it type thing. But directed by F. Gary Gray, who is most famous for probably his work with the Fast and Furious series.
Yeah, I think he got Fate. Is his Fate the Furious?
Fate of the Furious, and he's responsible for the reboot. That was his idea.
Okay.
To go from the Fast and the Furious when they stopped with the weird names, and it was like the 4th or 5th one. He was like, no, we're just gonna be Fast and Furious, so they could make it like a brand.
I got you.
That
Got you.
was when they redid the first title, and then from then on out, the series is kind of congruent. They're all same story, same building off character
I
plots
got
and
you.
shit like that. Because the first 3 were kind of individual directors.
Yeah, because but it had the same vibe. It was just
Yeah.
like the Miami,
Mhm.
Southern Heat, Daytona Bike Week,
Yeah.
kind of just like bikini girls and like
Because
we need to throw in car chases and cop stuff.
because at first you had the West Coast version in the first movie. They were in California. Then the second movie, you go to Miami with Paul Walker and Tyrese.
Ludacris.
Yeah, and Luda. Can't forget Luda. He become a superstar off that shit. And then they thought it was over. Vin Diesel was moving on, and they did the third movie with the Lucas Black kid from Sling Blade.
Okay.
And at the end of production, Vin Diesel comes back, and he's like, "No, I'm back. I'm back on board, guys."
Family.
Because the pacifier fire flopped. Didn't flop at all, but
I liked it.
I liked it too a lot.
He thinks the kid's like a Nazi.
Yes,
He's really into musical. It's great. It's great.
But so F. Gary Gray is kind of responsible for that, and just a lot of blockbuster shit.
Yeah, he actually did more than I thought. Like, I had seen his name, but it never really clicked to me, like, putting two and two together. It was like, okay, I'd seen his name on Friday. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, Friday.
Then I'd seen his name on this, and I was like, okay, cool. And then you had brought the Fast and the Furious thing up to me, like, oh, you did that too? I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I looked at his IMDb, and it was just filled with, like, nothing but basically hits after hits.
Bangers, yeah.
I mean, yeah, even a movie's not necessarily like, oh, I've seen it, I love it.
No.
I'm probably not going to dog it, even if it is a paycheck movie.
I was about to say, you can't knock paycheck movies, because without the paycheck movies, we don't get the good art movies.
Yeah.
The money affords the art. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with musicians. Everyone goes through it. You gotta fund the art. At some point.
I'm not like, say I was kind of came into it low expectations, but I'd seen it before and loved it.
Yeah.
But I loved it when I was a younger teenager, kind of early 20s. So I was like, okay, maybe I just liked it because it was
action,
action-y, people were
maybe,
dying
yeah.
every 5 minutes. But watching it now, I was like, wow, there's actually a lot of like good scenes, and like it's shot really well, and there's a lot of like little Easter eggs you don't know.
Oh yeah.
It was really, I was genuinely entertained the whole time.
I agree. You brought it up, and when we started, you were like, no, there's not much dead time in this movie at all. It's pretty much...
Well, yeah, because I know when I started, you were looking at the time, and it was like hour 40 something. It's almost 2-hour film.
Yeah, which is weird.
Because it doesn't feel like that.
Not at all. Is it really an hour 40?
It's a good... Because I was quite surprised.
Okay, yeah, 118 minutes. That's what it says here. Yeah, that's right. But it flies by.
I wouldn't say it flies by. It's more like a comfortable pace the whole time.
Yeah, like, you're just...
There's not much speedy time. There's not much a lot of dead time. It's just everything just...
Each scene matters.
Yeah.
I don't know... This is definitely a cut-down movie, because I don't know what more else you would cut out of it.
Yeah, there's no, like, no useless characters introduced. There's no side characters. There's no, like...
And really impressive, like, a lot of scenes in this movie, but not a lot of settings. You know what I'm saying?
No.
There's very few set changes. Like, it's the prison, the parking lot of the prison, his property, the yard in his property. They're in, like, 2 or 3 different spots the entire movie.
Well, that and even the establishing shots. Like, the first kind of... I don't want to say the first couple kills, but the first kind of, like, where Jamie Foxx and his crew are full force heading everywhere. They use that bridge shot, like, 3 or 4 times, just them going in a different direction. And it's like, even the establishing shots, it's like you're in these same 5 or 6 little locations.
City block kind of.
Yeah, which is cool, because you really get to see, I don't want to say a lot of Philadelphia, but you get these little nooks that you probably don't normally get shot anywhere.
Kind of iconically Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't show, like, the Liberty Bell blatantly.
Yeah, there's the famous statue on top of the City Hall building, the pilgrim-looking guy.
Yeah.
You see it a lot. And there's, like, 1 or 2 establishing shots of that in the beginning.
And the angles they took in the prison, when they're shooting inside the prison, look like other movies that have been shot in that prison.
Yeah, no, I'd seen this movie a couple times, enough to, like, get distracted on my phone here or there looking up research things, because the prison looks very, very familiar. And I was thinking the whole time, Silence of the Lambs?
Very Silence of the Lambs.
Or whatever one that one is, where...
Yeah, it's Silence of the Lambs.
It is.
When they move him.
I thought it was, but I was also
half.
thinking Red Dragon. But I know it's not Red Dragon. But yeah, it's that same, like, birdcage.
Yeah, it's a cell in the middle of the room, kind of used for interrogation, and it's clear space all the way around it.
With the, second-story pedestal of all the armed guards around it. So yeah, the shot's very familiar.
Kind of like a high-alert interrogation cell.
Yeah.
You know, where he's chained down, but in case some shit pops off, we could just light this motherfucking cage up.
Yeah, he's still not moving anywhere. Don't worry. Like, all but the little red dot in his forehead the whole time.
A lot of kills in this movie.
A lot of kills. And a lot of substantial creative kills without seeming
Yes.
off the wall.
This movie starts, I guess you wanna go through, what do you want to do? You want to do casting, or you want to get into the plot? Or?
We'll kind of quickly do the cast, then we'll just go from plot forward.
I mean, obviously we already brought up Gerard Butler, famous for 300 and every other fucking thing you've all seen on TV.
What was his I forget his romantic comedy, but I'd seen him, like,
Oh,
I
God,
was looking at his IMDb, and there was just the one blatantly glaring different poster of, like, the movies.
Well, you see, like, that's the problem, because Gerard Butler fell into that loop, and he ended up doing several of those. Those fucking...
Oh, he did? I thought I saw, like, one or two, but yeah, it was just, like, you see, like, the 300, and then, like, this DVD cover, and all the other stereotypical action ones, were just, like, face, explosion, blah, blah, blah. And then you see, like, this brilliant, like, lilac fucking poster.
He did The Bounty Hunter, where him and Jennifer Aniston are married.
That's what I saw, yeah.
And she's got to hunt her down, because that's his ex, and of course that's haha funny.
Yeah.
And,
definitely not misuse of blah.
Right.
But yeah, he definitely got stuck in 2.
Yeah, playing for keeps, shit like that, chasing Maverick.
Yeah, he got, like, the shirtless ab scenes, and it was like, okay, cool, you don't want to do action. We'll put you shirtless and abs on a comedy.
Yep, and Gamer was a big one, put him over, where he's the body.
Oh my god, he was in that.
As,
he was in that. It kind of reminded like a shitty Hardcore Henry meets Death Race.
Yeah, and I want to say it come out before those.
It was around that same era, because there was a...
Because, yeah, they were all bang, bang, bang.
They were afraid to make video game adaptions,
mm-hmm.
but they kept making video game movies.
P.S. I Love You.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in that.
God damn it.
Dude,
oh, poor
he's
guy.
in so much shit.
You don't see him anymore, which is weird.
Because I think we got our fill of him from fucking like 2008 or the early 2000s, from 2000 to like now.
Obviously, I knew he was in a couple films like 2004 or 3.
He had a good 15-year run where he was the guy. I mean, you know, the Marvel scene kind of come along and pushed him out with Hemsworth and Chris Pine.
Should Gerard Butler be Wolverine?
Oh, I'm not against that.
I'm not against it either. Or Sabretooth.
Well, because he's got... Yes.
He needs to be...
I would maybe like him a lot more as Sabretooth. But he's
Let's
good.
make it happen.
He's good because he's already got a natural accent.
Yeah.
He can manipulate his look enough. I've seen him skinny, I've seen him fat, I've seen him funny, I've seen him sad, you know what I'm saying?
But I would like to see him disappear, because you don't see him disappear in any roles.
Yeah.
You can always tell it's Gerard Butler. I'd like to see him get a little bit more...
Me too. Put the fake facial hair on, let's do something with it. I could see that for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him buried in makeup or something, because he is a good actor. This movie definitely proved it. I wouldn't say I've ever been super impressed with his acting.
Me neither.
I mean, I enjoy 300. It was cool.
Of course. I mean...
I think my dad's maybe watched one of the Olympus movies, or I caught it as he's watching it.
I mean...
So, like, cool, whatever, but...
Just 007 knockoff movies. You
watching
know,
this...
in the White House.
I was genuinely impressed. I was like, he's actually intimidating and, like, plays the intelligent...
You said he's more Riddler than the Riddler.
Oh, yeah, I mean, to an extent.
His gadgets.
Yeah, it seems like something like Paul Dano or, like, Matt Reeves could have watched.
Yeah.
And, like, gotten the idea for.
Because that's his whole gimmick in this movie is after the
event.
The event. We'll call it that until we get to the plot. But after that, like, he lives a life for 10 years. Like, and his thing is he's super smart. He's like a technician of, like, the CIA.
Yeah, they don't name the...
They don't name the agency, but it's some law enforcement...
I believe it's because he doesn't work for anybody. They just...
Like an MIT secret...
They know he exists, and like...
Black Notebook style
Yeah,
shit.
someone will approach you. It doesn't really matter who they're from, but someone will approach you, and they know who to look for.
Burn after reading style shit.
Yeah, but he's a... they call him a tinker or an engineer in the beginning.
Yeah.
And kind of like allude to him. They say like he has like half a dozen patents.
Mm-hmm.
So they say he's intelligent, but it's really weird because at the beginning it's very malicious and quick.
Super.
So it's not like, oh, he made someone trip on a fucking marble.
Yeah.
He's got like pufferfish poison and a bunch of needles and a grip of a gun.
And just like you hate to typecast anyone, but seeing Gerard Butler and what he's known for is being buff as fuck and beating people's ass, like The whole time you're waiting for him to like snap and beat the shit out of somebody, and it never comes because he's playing a completely different character,
which I generally enjoyed.
And it's so like jarring to see him do it that he fucking kills it.
Yeah, because you do have that anticipation the whole time, like, he's just gonna slug Jamie Foxx in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Right.
And he doesn't. He just refrains the whole time. And I genuinely loved it.
And since you just mentioned him, we might as well get to him. Jamie Foxx, who just plays super high on our actor boards after looking through his filmography.
I mean, we had talked about it before, and like we have seen a bunch of his films, but it was just like, again, looking at things stacked up. It's a different view to just be like, oh yeah, he was in Ray. Oh yeah, Ray was good.
Yeah.
And then you like offhandedly mention another film, and it's like, oh, he wasn't that cool. But to then read like Django, Collateral, Miami Vice, Law Abiding Citizen.
He's one of
Ray.
those.
It's just like, wow.
He's one of those Eddie Murphy style entertainers that he does so much so well that you get lost in his other things. Because like he's got music with Kanye West. He's got fucking comedy specials that are great. He's done movies. He's had his own shows, sitcoms.
Oh yeah, back in the day, he had the Jamie Foxx show, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Everything he's done has been top notch, top tier. So you see him, and then you look at his filmography like, oh, he took breaks.
And it reflects it.
He took breaks. Oh, and in between his breaks, he played Ray, Django, Law Abiding Citizen. Like,
yeah, it's just weird. The movies he grabbed were just every one of them was like, what the
banger.
Fuck?
The dude cashed in on his celebrity and his star at the right time every fucking time, apparently.
Yeah, he hooked up with Michael Mann.
Yeah, you brought that up, Michael Mann. And
it was like,
that's another one I think we're going to double dip into here pretty soon.
I was just surprised timeline because it went like Heat in like 96 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He did something else small, and then the next thing was Collateral with Jamie Foxx.
And
then
Cruise.
The next thing was Miami Vice with Jamie Foxx. And then something else with Jamie Foxx.
It's like, oh shit.
Oh, and Ali as well.
Yeah,
with Jamie
Ali,
Foxx and Will Smith. It was just like, I had no idea that Michael Mann and Jamie Foxx had such a long
they must be best friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just weird to see that.
I wonder what their relationship is.
But yeah, Michael Mann and Jamie Foxx are definitely going to start coming up because I'm in the mood for these kind of movies again.
Absolutely.
I definitely have been missing the just full-on assaults.
Yes.
You know, we had our points of like looking at more artsy films, more funny films.
Yeah.
And I'm missing the bloodshed.
Yeah, you need to blow something up. We brought up Michael Bay Transformers, and who blows shit up more than Michael Bay?
Let's do the Michaels. Let's do Michael Bay, then Michael Mann, then Michael Bay, then Michael Mann. But yeah, we'll get in the plot now.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, I don't want to forget to mention Scary Movie. What's her face?
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall,
and she's phenomenal in this.
She's good.
When you look at her, you immediately see Scary Movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's a gift and a curse because like it makes me smile and I'm like all jittery inside because like Scary
But
Movie.
you keep quoting funny lines as she's like generally trying to act. Yeah, it was funny.
So it does take you out of her acting a lot. Because
Well, especially because when I saw her, the only one immediately I remember her from, besides all of them, is the teaching one, where she's, I think it's 2 or 3, where she's a teacher.
Yeah.
Well, she has a daughter in this, and the whole time it's just, I keep thinking, like, I'm waiting for crayons to hit the fucking wall, and she's, who the fuck threw that?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
Me too, and her character's super serious in this. She doesn't have many lines or many scenes, but when she is there, she portrays a distraught wife.
Yeah, and I will say that's actually maybe a problem I have with the film, is I wish she was a little bit more in it.
Me too.
Because she did, like, start hitting points where I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, no, yeah,
but it was a scene.
Yeah.
And then the scene's over.
Exactly. And
there's not many side characters in the film. Like, there's the main characters, then there's the main characters that are going to fucking die.
Yeah.
And then no one else matters.
And that's it. I mean...
And sadly, Regina Hall it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. And, who else? Viola Davis is also
Viola Davis is in it for, like, I think 3 scenes total. But one of the scenes is, like, just the back of her head on a security camera.
Yeah.
Which is kind of disappointing.
But for what she does, like, calling the round table meeting when, you know, shit's already hit the fan.
Deputizing Jamie Foxx when she should be firing him.
She portrays those roles very well. I mentioned it before. She doesn't get cast in a lot of movies. And I wish she would because her acting is a lot better than it's been portrayed.
Well, I think I wouldn't say she's been in a lot of movies. It's more so I shouldn't have
Mainstream.
to look
Yeah, mainstream.
for a Viola Davis film. I should just see her in something and be able to enjoy it, opposed to, again, in a situation like this podcast where it's like, okay, well, she's popped up once. She might pop up again, but like, what else is she in? I want to look for this.
We both brought it up. Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele should tap Viola Davis for some sort of role
100%.
in one of his movies, because she could be the creepy killer. She could
You want me to come up with a quick plot right now?
She could be in on the kill.
She should be a mom
Yes.
of Kula.
Something.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I think Kahlua and her should be like relatives.
That would
she
be
should be like a weird generational thing.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
I could see definitely something like that, but I would love to see her.
Jordan.
I'd love to see her in more movies. Yeah, we got to go check out Nope. I want to see.
Well, yeah, that's a problem. I want to. Not that's a problem. I want to do one of his films,
Me too.
but I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Because everyone's talked about a lot of Get Out.
Well, that was the first one. Yeah. Big
No one really
flop.
talks about Us, which I love.
Because I think Us is the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address.
Yes.
I don't think it did as well as it was supposed to.
No, it didn't. But it was good.
I think that's why he's also backed off on like the horror, like claiming to be, I'm gonna be a horror director. Because I seen him denounce some comments and he was like, "Don't ever compare me to John Carpenter."
That's
John
just some
Carpenter,
asshole
yeah.
was like, "Oh, you're the best
you're
director."
He's
no.
like, "Don't ever disgrace John Carpenter that way."
But I've seen this one described as a horror comedy,
Absolutely.
which is weird. But
Absolutely,
I definitely we should do a Jordan Peele soon. But
I'm
Viola
so down.
Davis should work with him.
I would love to see that.
I
But
would love to see her in a big mainstay role.
but we can get into the plot now.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler, who is Clarence Darby. What's his name?
Clyde Shelton.
Yeah, Clyde Shelton. Yeah, everyone's got weird names.
Clarence
in this movie.
Darby.
That's
I'm trying to think of that while yeah. What is
That's
that
the
from?
murderer.
It is, yes.
That's the bad guy's
It's
name.
someone's name.
Yeah.
Yes, Clarence Darby and something Ames. Richard Ames, I think.
Something like that. He's not even listening.
Break into Gerard Butler and his wife's house
Yeah.
with their daughter. It's not, I think it's just a random break
B&E,
in. It's just bad
yeah.
luck, fate kind of situation.
Yeah.
But it also is very, like, alluded to because they have bags on their feet and, like, it's almost like they had it pre-planned.
Right. And they never bring it up. They never talk about it. But like, yeah, this intro is so dark. It
feels too dark to be
such
random.
a fucking heavy intro. Like within 5 minutes.
Oh, it's less than that.
Within 5 minutes, the wife,
3 minutes.
the wife and daughter are dead.
Yes. Him and his daughter. He's working on a circuit board, like doing the whole soldering thing, which I think is a little cliche. Like we get it. He's smart. But you're gonna edge on that the whole fucking film.
Exactly.
You should have just had him making bracelets with his daughter like she was doing.
Who tinkers with a fucking circuit board at home at 8 o'clock at night? Like, I mean, I know there's people that do,
Nice,
but,
cozy house.
but probably not people with a fucking wife and a family. You would probably be watching TV or doing something normal, but anyway.
They purposely show me being smart. Like, it's like, whatever, cool.
To drive that point home.
And his daughter's, making this, like, little bead bracelet that says, like, I think her name is Heather.
Yeah.
Or she's making one. She makes one for him.
Yeah.
That says Daddy.
Yeah.
And then she's making the other one that says her name or something.
Right.
Knock at the door. Surprise, surprise.
B&E. Yeah.
B&E.
Here's our...
quickly turned to rape and murder. Quickly turned into...
Like I said, this intro is so fucking dark.
It is very dark and quick.
For the movie to progress the way it does, this was an abrupt start.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just goes from 0 to 100 instantly, and the whole time you're waiting for the payoff. That's the movie. The movie, you're at 100, and they bring you down, and then you get spikes, and it's such a weird plot. You know, where most plots just develop.
Yeah, you high and drop, but the lowest you drop is like 67.
Oh yeah, no, it's never.
You're still cruising fast.
Well,
It's good.
because that's just information. You're just finding more information for the plot, and as you figure shit out, it just gets back to where it starts.
But yeah, it is very abrupt and quick. It almost reminds me of the Unsolved Mysteries, kind of like reenactments.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and
Where
they
they show
broke
the
into
murder
the
first.
house,
Yeah.
and like they show,
He killed 35 people.
It's just
in
to the
one
point.
night.
There's
Yeah.
no like playing around. Like there was no like. You're almost manufactured to think at certain points, like breaking and entering.
Yeah.
It's gonna be long. They're gonna take him captive. They're gonna torture him. It's very quick. He stabs him.
Yeah.
He passes out. instantly he starts raping the wife. The
Yeah.
daughter sees. He goes instantly for the daughter. He blacks out. End of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very quick, very enthralling.
Yeah, just a super intense scene. Holy fuck! To start a movie, the fuck is F. Gary Gray?
It's almost out of ordinary, but it only feels so out of ordinary because the rest of the film is just as amped up.
It is.
Usually, like something like that, it happens in like U.S. Marshals or The Fugitive,
Yeah.
where it's like they show you the murder, but that's not what it's about. It's like,
Exactly.
oh, I didn't do it, I was framed, or
Yeah.
oh, it's this guy.
And for this to be such a brutal double murder, like
No publicity,
no
like yeah.
publicity, no nothing. To
Like they
it.
showed like the little mob crowd at the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah.
trial for Jamie Foxx.
But that's
like,
pretty much it.
But yeah, it's
You
like
figure that would be all over the news.
a couple newspaper articles, like, oh, that's the guy. Yeah, they make it very, because they make it Clarence Darby, the
murder,
the one that got
yeah.
the plea deal,
Yeah.
is infamous. He's like an infamous criminal because he makes a comment like, name one person who doesn't think Clarence Darby's a piece of shit.
Exactly.
So clearly he's been in and out of jail, but like they show him as this low-ranking piece of shit, and like it's cool
Yeah.
and all. But yeah, there's not a lot of like impact from the city.
No, not at all. Not at all. And Jamie Foxx is attorney Nick Rice in this movie, and he's like
Also hot shit.
super dedicated, like ultra lawyer man, the superhero.
Well, I wouldn't say he's dedicated.
Like what's he got? Like a 96% conviction.
Yes, he has a
rate?
96% conviction rating, but that was 10 years ago.
Yeah. So who the fuck knows what it is now?
So he could be higher.
Probably because he curates what cases he picks. That's the whole plot of the movie.
Yes, he's a cherry pick lawyer.
Yeah, he picks and chooses so he can only win, so it always looks good on him. Shit like that. He's up in the running to be the next DA while he's hanging out with the DA. So he's clearly a hotshot guy in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and rubbing everyone the wrong way.
Oh yeah, everyone. He's just like he's the.
But yet they don't show a lot of like pushback to him. Everyone loves him,
Yeah, no, like
which is weird.
no one goes behind his back and talks about him or
Exactly.
anything like that. Like everyone's like, well, he said it. Let's go ahead and go with it.
Yeah, that's kind of like what you almost expect because like he is a piece of shit, and it's not even like you learn at the end. You know from the beginning. His first comment is like, "It's actually a 96% conviction rating, and I pushed this case down because it wasn't an immediate win."
Exactly.
So like you're instantly supposed to hate him, but they didn't show the rest of the world like hating on him. It was just like, "Oh, that's him."
A lot of good like talking in front of old structure scenes, like for the lawyer talk. They always put him in like a cool spot.
Well, I think that was the premise of shooting and being a Philadelphia movie. Is they wanted those like
They got cool spots.
very
there.
comfortable spots we can shoot in that are like
Yeah.
iconic.
Like the spiral staircase in the courthouse, the steps where he
Yeah.
pulls them aside and he's giving them the prep talk before he goes and talks to the press after this the court case where he pleads out or whatever.
They almost it. I'm gonna say it now because we're gonna say it a couple times. This feels like a Christopher Nolan Batman film.
It does.
As far as what Philadelphia is presented as, it feels like Gotham.
You brought that up. I think it was around the funeral scene where you were like, "No, this is definitely
Yeah.
this is definitely like some Dark Knight shit."
It's
But-
just the establishing shots, and it's like I say that because these locations are locations that other movies right to be filmed kind of
Yeah,
like a dark corridor / like City Hall law building.
right.
Well, they're filming at that location.
Yeah,
because
feathered
it's-
bricks for the good background,
Yeah.
shit like that. You could see this was like a movie making paradise.
The BMW rolls on a cobblestone
Of
street.
course, yeah. The wind blows the leaves across the park path or whatever. But there was a lot of that in this movie, and
I loved it. It was very
then
well shot movie.
and all at the same time, you get those very cinematic shots like F. Gary Gray does with the Fast and Furious, where it's like helicopter swoop in, camera scenes, but like he's doing it inside the courtroom. It's very like
Yeah.
like
A
big
lot of colliding
blockbuster-
events.
Yes, a lot of moving, a lot of zooming in. Like it zooms in on Jamie Foxx's face a lot, Gerard Butler's face a lot. Every time that something impactful happens, you don't have much option but to look where you're supposed to because the camera's going there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, F. Gary seems to not like to mix his shots. He doesn't like to get like a lot of beautiful scenery shots in with his dialogue shots.
No, he
He likes
uses
his
it like,
dialogue shots to be up close, personal.
Yep.
Because
it's all
I
about
noticed
dialogue.
watching the one of the first scenes that Jamie Foxx is with his little buddy boss guy, the older man he's kind of his idol to. You see the breath in the air.
Yeah, when they're up close talking about the case, talking about him turning down the case. He's like, "Come on, what are you doing?"
You don't see that a lot in movies. He's that close on them to where it's like, no, you're dealing with the breath in the air, fogging up the view because it's like cutting off half of Jamie Foxx's face, and then a beautiful sweeping city shot.
Exactly.
They're never mixed together, and which is good and bad.
Yeah, the DA, his buddy, is Bruce McGill. Plays Jonas Cantrell in this movie. That's the character's name. But,
okay, yeah, I was thinking Jonas, but I'm like, that's his movie
It's
name.
very, just generic.
He's in a lot of
gray
films.
beard, black eyebrows.
Yeah.
Stereotypical, I'm a cop guy.
Yeah, he's always playing a DA or a lawyer or like a apprentice mentor type vibe.
Yeah, he's always in a suit, not a police uniform.
Yeah.
That's him. He's always like a detective.
Or in shorts.
Agent. Yeah.
Never seen this man in shorts. I want to make a beach comedy with him.
Yeah. I don't know what his knees look like. But
this is a scene. You're going to swim in swim trunks. Why are you wearing pleated chinos?
That's all I got.
It's what I do. Thank you for telling me. Because what else is he in? I see him a lot.
That's what I'm saying. He's got such a familiar face.
But it's always playing DA. DA number 2. Lawyer number 4.
Time Cop, 94. Reacher. Bunch of bullshit.
I think that's where I
Big
recently
Ugly,
saw him.
The Island.
Because I watched like 10 minutes
Suits,
of Reacher the other week on TV.
MacGyver, NCIS, Blue Bloods, TV. Ride Along.
But always playing
a
captain or a DA.
Yeah, he's literally detective, DEA, detective, lieutenant.
Have you ever played Pacino's boss? Every cop movie they don't get Pacino for, they get him.
No, they would never. They would never put somebody over Pacino.
It's like oil and water.
Yeah, you would never.
But yeah, Jamie Foxx is a piece of shit lawyer.
Yeah, and a terrible dad.
He doesn't even fucking try for Gerard Butlers' case. He essentially tells him the DNA is taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Your not confession. Your account of the situation is now taken out because it's inadmissible because you blacked out, and everything's stacked against him. But he still doesn't even try.
Yeah,
you can tell he doesn't want to be here.
Exactly. The entire time he's talking to Gerard Butler, and Gerard Butler is like fresh out of it, distraught.
Who again? I will congratulate. He looks very downtrodden and timid.
He looks,
especially in the intro.
He plays this fucking role to a T, like as the hurt male. Like he's awesome as the wounded one in this scene.
Yeah, that
you know
archetype of like the man's man. He's basically like he essentially is like a Charles Bronson type character in this film.
Pretty much.
Where it's like he has to take the law in his own hands, obviously, but it's because the law has worked against him.
Yeah.
He's not originally like, well, I'm instantly going to go after my wife's killer. It's like he's trying to like go within the confines of law, but the system doesn't always work.
Yeah, he tries to do the right thing up until the point where he can no longer.
Which again is my congratulations for the timidity. I wouldn't have thought that Gerard Butler could play timid as well as he does.
Me neither. But I guess to have the range from super soldier to lovable goofball, I guess somewhere in the middle, you got to be able to at least touch on these type of, I guess, psychological traits.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like I said, even in this film, he is very timid and broken in the beginning, and then at the end, or not even the end, but that 10-year span.
Yeah.
It's a completely different person.
Yeah, and we'll get to it, I know, but the last scene is shot so beautifully.
Wow, phenomenal.
I have my gripes about whatever the plot is, but as far as like cinema, movies, camera,
and I said the same thing. It was like I can't complain because you literally gave me a gorgeous shot, but fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this, but I'll eat it.
But looking back at it while we're doing this, it kind of finishes the way it starts.
Oh yeah,
very sharp incline, very sharp decline. You know what I'm saying? There's no easing out of it. It's
the movie's the beginning and the movie's over.
Yeah,
I can't do anything in between.
Pretty much.
But yeah, he very, very quickly, Jamie Foxx's character, Nick Rice, talks Darby into a plea deal of 5 years max.
Yeah.
And he actually gets out to make a comment in 3 years.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler's not happy, but again, this is still a point in time where he's very timid and
Oh, he's still fucked, man.
You can still
Yeah.
get that, especially knowing that he's a secret agent / like he does love this country. He is fighting for this justice system, so that's why he is so confused and taken aback when he sees Jamie Foxx shaking hands with him. He's literally giving a pedophile, rapist, murderer a 3-year fucking deal. What the shit?
Got him off so he can get a conviction.
Yeah, just for that number.
For his stat count. Halo kills. You know what I'm saying? His kill death ratio.
Jamie Foxx is teabagging everyone in this fucking
real,
film.
Like, his kill death ratio is tremendous.
It's and then is our jump. I mean, they show him shaking hands, but that's kind of it.
Yeah,
and Jamie Foxx goes back to his family, and they first introduce.
Yep.
But
and
it's only to show he has a wife and an incoming child. That's it.
And then it jumps. It's not the whole 10 years just yet because it shows him getting Ames. His partner, they arrest Ames.
No, it is 10 years.
Is it 10 years? Because
they don't show Ames' arrest. They maybe quickly say something.
No, they show him when they're pulling him out to kill him.
Yes, but the first time they show him is
later.
the execution.
Okay. Yeah, it's 10 years later after the whole event of the intro.
And that is the next scene. Is the another beautiful shot. Is Jamie Foxx is missing his daughter's cello recital to see this execution to make sure blah 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 whatever.
And this shot was cool
and
as
the
shit.
curtains are pulled simultaneously.
Yeah, this shot was cool as shit. The curtains come up at the same time. It had to be some sort of, I don't know how they did CGI, because they make it look like they're in this exact same room. Because the camera just zooms out. It doesn't pan at all. It just zooms out.
It's a quick. It is a cut to.
And it shows the crowd, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's such the way they had to do that perfect.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm going to explain it kind of quickly. It is a cut to, but it's because they show the kind of the turn of the audience.
Yeah.
Is that it completes the turn on the next audience in a shadow.
In the perfect sequence, like, as far as the speed that the camera is turning from both shots. Perfect. It's just shot so well.
I've actually it's seeing, again, his filmography stacked. He really does handle time really, really well.
Yeah.
And he really does handle dialogue fantastically.
And different stories, because we're dealing with Gerard Butler and his family and their shit, and then we're dealing with Jamie Foxx and his family and his shit, and then the murderers and what's going on with all these characters we've been introduced to so quickly.
But you're never lost.
No, you're never lost, and he touches on everything.
Yes.
Even the murderers. Like, we found out Ames was in jail. He was getting executed. We found out Darby was getting off.
Yeah, you don't forget about any character, even for fuck's sake, the Jamie Foxx's apprentice, her boyfriend Chester.
Oh God!
You don't even forget about him because he's brought up a couple times. You never see him.
Yeah.
But she brings him up once.
And then he brings.
Her up. Then she brings him up again, and then he's the one that gives him the information on the final numbers of the building sales.
Yep.
So it's even a character like that. He still touches and grabs every. No, there's no waste of time. You don't forget anyone. There's no loose ends anywhere. If they're introduced, they're there, or they're killed.
They have a finite life cycle in this movie.
Yes.
Everyone you see a conclusion for. It's so well done.
Again, that's the timing and the cinematography where it's like you age and time everything so perfectly to where it all feels fluid and natural.
Didn't realize I would like this that much.
That was my take on it. Why I was quickly hey, we're doing Law Abiding Citizen next.
And I was like, what? Why?
Okay.
Not that it's bad or whatever. Just I know what the movie is. I'm like, why?
Yeah, it was just one of those things.
Your
reaction wasn't.
Watch it.
Yeah, your reaction wasn't what it should have been. You're like, yeah, I think I've seen it. And I'm like,
no.
I'm telling you, this might actually be a perfectly flawless film. I mean, there's some nitpick problems
for sure, but it's all preferential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as a movie goes, if you paid money to go view this, no, you got everything you needed. You got you got a fucking complete start to finish story.
And the entertainment level, I was amazed with how entertained I was the whole time. I was just like, this is fucking entertaining. Yeah. This is a blockbuster.
I wasn't bored with any of the kills.
No.
the slowest, dullest one.
Nor are they weird and quirky. I mean, like, they're weird and quirky, but it's not like
it wasn't,
oh, cool, he killed with Kellogg's.
Yeah, it wasn't any goofy
Yeah.
shit like that. And, like, I think the first kill is the slowest one, isn't it? Well, no, because Darby's the first.
Well, I mean, technically the first kill is Ames, the poisoning.
Yeah, well, yeah, technically.
And even that, I mean, that's probably the dullest, most uncreative death.
Yeah, because all they do is swap a chemical.
They tell you he's being executed. Why would he change that?
Yeah.
He's just going to move some bottles around.
Well, if you're going to do it for me, yeah, I'm just making it painful.
But, 10 years has passed. It is now the day of Ames' execution is kind of, maybe the day before, kind of, they introduce everyone again, but the first event that's happening in the film is the execution. That's what's bringing everyone back together.
Yeah, and the whole moral of that scene is he's missing his daughter's recital and his family to go watch a prisoner be executed.
Yes, it's again just a
all for looks,
for public image.
Yeah,
yes,
it's all for public image because, like we mentioned earlier, he's in line to be the next DEA.
But he makes a comment to the other lawyer. He's like, "Oh, I bet you're here for publicity." And it's like, the fuck are you here for?
Yeah, aren't you all?
This isn't even your client.
Yeah, like, you don't need lawyers here to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are all just here.
It's great, yeah.
For the news.
Literally.
You want to get talked to.
Which, again, is the whole point of his character, is the pot calling the kettle black, and...
Yeah.
No shit. I enjoy the, lethal injection death.
I did, too.
It was... I don't know, you don't get to see that in a lot of mini execution deaths like that. It's usually electric chair.
It was old school. Shot old school, like you were talking about, like with the bomb. It's
yes.
Very, like, traditional, like, different colored liquids in each tube. You got to watch the IV.
Yeah, the room didn't look super duper sterile. And I don't mean, like, as far as, like, it was an unsanitary looking prison. It was just, like, it didn't look like a polished film. It was this is what it looks like.
What it is. Exactly. I appreciated that. And, like, the liquids getting pushed down into the IV.
Yeah, there was no, like
the
excess
plunger.
scene or grit. It was just, like, no, it's just...
kind of some Fincher level detail to that.
It was.
Like, just like, oh, watching that was cool. Well, I don't know why it was satisfying, but it was.
Well, yeah, now they usually show, like, the computer whirring and, like, a whole... Yeah, you don't actually, like, well, that's out, and that's in him.
Yeah.
That one's out, that one's in him, and he's convulsing.
And, like, he has a vial in the city hall later on, and it's, like, full of a green...
This is a green ooze. Yeah, that's
like,
so good.
This is awesome.
Fucking glow stick fluid. It really is. It
looks like the shit in Bane from Batman and Robin.
It does look like a Titan serum.
Yeah. Gerard Butlers invented Titan.
Did he?
This could be in the...
And we're back in. The Batman. Yeah, no, but yeah, it does. It feels like a movie. And it sounds weird saying that, but yeah, again, it's a bomb that's just like 5 or 6 cool liquids and a cell phone and some wire. You don't see shit like that anymore. It's like, it's all sleek and cool, and this was just a messy...
Yeah, like, oh, this is designed to do this. It's like, no, this is a guy who put some shit in there and duct taped the lid.
Yeah, like, this is the guy on Amazon.
Yeah, because, like, even, like, he just scratched the message on the label. It wasn't like, oh, fancy. It was like, no, ink pen, let's rip this shit up.
Yeah, like, the ink wasn't coming out of the pen, so he just, like, had to scratch it in, like, fuck it.
I don't have time for this.
What was it? Something about fate?
Yeah.
But yeah, Ames' execution is obviously,
And it goes right to Darby out of jail.
Well, I mean, I want to describe his death, too,
Oh, it's an awesome scene.
It's instantly hijacked. There's no... They don't tell you how... I mean, they do, but you don't show it.
Yeah.
Everyone just is kind of taken aback by his bad execution.
Convulsing.
And he has, like, this purple blotchy stuff that comes out.
Yeah.
It's really fucking weird.
His veins, the way his veins protruded out of his neck and shit.
Did you make a comment? It was like the Hulk, or like it reminds you of like Edward
Norton.
Norton.
Edward Norton should have played this guy.
It does. It looked like really the best Blade / early Marvel like level cinematography and like
Sam
editing.
Raimi's Spider-Man would have did this. Like William Dafoe should have been taking that shot.
That's what it did look like. That's what it reminded me of.
When he's fucking tripping, yeah.
Yeah, the whole like back to serum scene, or back to formula.
Fun fact,
that's what I was thinking of.
William Dafoe is still shooting that in his body to this day.
Oh yeah.
He's still in character.
Yeah.
Just in case they call him back.
William Dafoe is always hopping on windowsills going, ha!
That's his thing.
It's like, that's how he comes in every movie.
Fun fact.
Ha! We're not doing that today, man. Have you seen him in is it Grand Budapest where he plays like a hitman?
No.
Oh, it's great.
Oh god.
He plays a
I love
hitman with like
Budapest.
cat fangs.
Yeah. Oh
He's got
my
like 12
god.
rings on. It's great.
I gotta rewatch those.
They're good. But yes, goes to Ames's death. They find a bottle.
Yeah.
It says you can't fight fate.
Which
Leads
is-
them to Darby,
Yep.
who is already in Gerard Butler's hands.
Yep. Yeah.
Calls him in.
Instantly.
And his calls Darby, who's just like coked out watching the news report on Ames's death, doing his whole like meh meh meh, I'm
Yeah.
evil. And Slayer is his ringtone, and I love it.
It's pretty good.
I think it's
awesome
Bloodlines.
use of music. Awesome use of music in this here film.
This here film.
Because yeah, we get a Slayer appearance and then a Deftones appearance later, and they're both top 3 scenes for me. So.
Last time I saw Deftones in a movie, it was Crow City of Angels.
Right, and we don't need that. No,
We do.
we don't need that.
Let's do City of Angels.
First
just
Crow.
because it sucks.
We do First Crow.
No, it's a good film.
I know. That's why I want to do it.
We don't do good films here.
Yeah, we did Insomnia.
Fucking Insomnia.
Go watch that.
No, go watch our review on it. Go listen to our review on it.
Yeah,
Go
our
watch the
review.
film.
Yeah, don't go watch the film.
Yeah.
Listen to our review. It's much better.
But yeah, Darby is just living his shitbag life.
Yeah, he went immediately back to his old ways.
Yeah,
He's
like
just coked up. There's some hooker on the floor.
who I thought was dead. I was kind of disappointed she wasn't dead.
Yeah, she should have been OD'd.
Yeah,
That would've been
because like
awesome.
they make a point of like him being like, oh, bitch on the floor,
He
coke on the
kicked-
table.
Why does he kick her to wake her up? It's like, just leave.
Yeah,
Because then he pushes her out the way when she's standing there. It's like you could have left her asleep. You could have just left.
she
You
could have
dumb
had a
shit.
good another 2
Yeah.
minutes before they knocked on the door.
She doesn't give a fuck who you are. They're not going
Right.
to do anything to her.
Listen, I sucked his dick for cocaine
Yeah,
last night.
Yeah, like she could have got off. Like, get up and then move. It's like,
I'm sleeping in pee, and it's
what do
not
you
mine.
want from me? Yeah.
Yeah, he wakes her up. He's like, get up, bitch. It's like, why?
And Gerard Butler's on the phone. He calls him.
Yeah, he calls him, and he's like, look out the north building. A funny little joke. Darby's dumb. Looks
Got
out
the
the side.
voice changer.
Yeah,
the-
boy coder.
Another Dark Knight kind of nod. Felt like this was the precursor to the Bane voice.
Which, I'll be real, you don't hear those a lot. Those, like, the
No,
cool, like,
yeah, murmur voice like this.
yeah, it doesn't, like, necessarily hide it. It just
Go
sounds
to
cool.
the North Locker.
Yeah, you need one of those
It's
sometimes.
my dungeon master voice when we play D&D.
Look, if we make a movie, we just don't have to, like...
Yeah, of course.
There's a boy coder scene somewhere.
Yeah.
Give us
For
the
no
credits.
reason. For
Yeah,
no reason.
give us the credits, like, the movie's over.
The movie's gonna start that way. In a world. It's just gonna be one of us doing that, and then the movie actually starts.
The trailer for the intro.
Yeah,
I'm about it.
pretty much.
I love it because Darby instantly he shoots all his bullets at the cop cars. Like he doesn't even try to run at first. He's like, I got it.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the dude takes like 3 steps and just unloads on a cop car.
It's so great. It's like, really? I would have saved a couple of those. And Gerard Butler makes a comment. He's like, you need to wipe your prints off the gun now and throw it. And he's like, why? He's like, you fired 6 shots, dumbass. Did you bring ammo? He's like, oh, no. Okay, then no. You don't need the gun. It's dead weight.
Yeah. The fact that so many people question him through this movie is hilarious.
It's annoying.
It does. It gets annoying, especially after the fact that they find out he's a genius.
He's the most plain-faced person you've ever seen in a movie as far as like being a sociopath.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Never breaks facial emotion at all. He's just straight the whole
there's
time.
no riddles.
He doesn't smile. He doesn't laugh. There's no cackle. There's no cry.
Yep.
There's no nothing.
Like everything he says is literally telling what he's gonna do. And like it's not like a hidden thing. He makes a von
Yeah.
Clausewitz quote. It's because you're gonna find a von Clausewitz quote on a poster that's gonna lead you to where he's bombing something. He's not telling you something.
Yeah, he's literally giving you the map. You just
Yeah, he's so plain-faced the whole fucking time. And I love it, because everyone argues with him. You get it for Darby. But yeah, you made a comment, like, even after Jamie Foxx, like, the 5th time,
yeah.
he's still arguing with him, like, I don't believe you.
After they find out his whole backstory of him helping the military and all this shit, it's like, you're still questioning the guy's, like, intentions. Like, no, he's gonna fucking do it. He's already done it 3 times.
Yeah.
You were sitting in the office of the judge, like...
That blew up.
Yeah, like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't understand.
It's because, and I get it.
They're making
that's
him
the
like
character.
the bullish, prideful lawyer type, but
Yeah, But
the human would have come out long ago.
Absolutely. That's the only grating
what
part.
the fuck, bro? How are you killing people that I'm talking to while you're in jail? Like, you would have physically been scared. There's no way you go through that situation and be like, okay, I'm not next.
Like, yeah, it's very simple things where it's like, he doesn't even think he's a target.
Yeah.
Like, well, everyone else is dying around me, that's just them.
Yeah, it sucks to be them.
Thank God I'm not his lawyer.
Yeah.
I was his lawyer?
Oh, shit.
But yeah, he gets Darby. His thing is he wants to keep Darby out of prison.
Yeah.
Darby, of course, being a dumbass, is like, cool, whatever, you want me out of jail. Tells him to go to a abandoned cop car that has a passed out officer in it. Be quick.
Yeah.
He'll wake up soon. Did you know that it was Gerard? Or did it hide it from you? So you were generally like... Okay.
Yeah, the entire scene, I had no idea it was him in a disguise. Like, until the reveal, I was like, oh, fuck, that was a good disguise.
That was I looked over at you during that scene.
Yeah.
And that's when you were like, oh, okay.
I get it now. I know what this is going to be.
Yeah.
I kind of...
Because you seem like you're like, okay, cool, it's an action movie, I get it, what's amazing, and then like that, and you're like...
It's like, oh, okay, this is going to be one of those.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're 10 minutes
like,
in.
it was like jackass Irving Zisman prosthetic level great. Like when Johnny Knoxville puts the old man mask on.
Yeah.
His mask of the cop, like, you couldn't tell it was him.
Yeah, he does hide well because you're
got,
so
like,
used to
blonde
seeing
wig,
Gerard Butler.
mustache,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're so used to seeing him. It's like, well, it's not even the same. He's wearing these little glasses. He's got like chubby. Yeah, it's great.
Perfect disguise.
But yeah, he's begging and like giving Darby hints the whole time because again, he's very plain faced the whole time, telling people like,
yeah,
this is what I'm doing, and he's like, I'm never gonna see my wife and kid again. He's like, well, that must suck. He's like, no, I'm never gonna see my wife and kid again.
Because you killed him.
Are you just dumb? I'll say it one more time.
The reveal. Yeah.
It's like, because you killed them.
You killed him. It's like, oh, I bet you know who I am now.
Right. Pulls the trigger. Pufferfish toxin.
Yeah.
Very good.
Perfect.
Because I've never thought about that. Like,
no, not at all.
Look, just put syringes inside a grip of a gun. I've never fucking seen that. I may have seen it in like another movie randomly, but I was generally like, damn, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking awesome, man. I don't know if it's real. I think it is, but it's probably like, again, moving.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's also supposed to be smart, so he may have like amped up the poison or whatever the fuck it is.
Well, and this all predicates. I don't know guns. I don't know guns well enough, but there's some guns where you have to squeeze the grip to release the safety.
Oh. I think it was just a...
If that was one of those guns, that's even more genius, because you can't shoot the gun without
having to put a little bit of grip to
squeeze it. So then, of course, you're going to get stabbed.
I don't think it was, but either way. It was fucking cool.
No, awesome. Super original.
Throws a dagger over his head and says, cool.
Yeah, let's go.
We're going to fucking torture you to death.
And yeah, the toxin, he's completely aware of everything, but he can't move.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a pufferfish toxin.
Yeah.
Which, again, I know is real and all that shit.
But I don't know what the fuck it does.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite as movie as this.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to completely shut him down instantly like that.
Right. But yeah, he essentially to one of his abandoned properties, which is a fun little mention later because he is them scattered throughout the whole city.
Yeah.
He's bought I think 13 buildings they make a comment of, and they're like in industrial plants, dockyards, and something else.
And it's all ironic and kept in check because he worked for the government.
Yeah.
He was a independent contractor. You pay him all this money to help you do all this illegal shit in all these other countries and be quiet. So of course he's got surplus money. He's 10 years, he's single,
and
he's by himself.
And of course he's able to buy these properties without any huff and guff.
Exactly. He's not a criminal, he doesn't have a shady backstory or anything like that. He's just a guy buying a piece of property.
Yep.
And it's shut down factories, it's different plants, it's old houses. It's all kind of shit like that. So it's nothing that would raise an eye or be
it's nothing noticeable, and there's no improvements made. He doesn't move to any of them. No. He just buys them and leaves them for 10 years.
Yep.
Which again is clever, because this is all a foolproof scheme to eventually, when he does kill Darby. Okay.
You can't prove any of them.
Yeah, I own hundreds of broken down buildings.
Yeah.
Crackhead, you ran into 10 on the way there,
Yeah.
That guy that offered to rescue the kid, he doesn't have a kid.
He literally beats everybody at their game.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the lawyer, he out-lawyers the lawyer. the murderer rapist, he out murder rapist the murderer. Like,
Listen, if you want to out rape a rapist,
because like, how does Darby die? He cuts his eyelids off. He cut him
tortures
into like 25 pieces.
25 pieces. His fingers, his toes, then his limbs, and I believe he amputates like the hands from the arm as well.
Eyelids. That was a big one. He started with the eyelids.
And it's a good. I like that they don't show the torture scene.
Yeah.
But the build up is very good and organic.
It's just as good.
I love the whole his little quip of your heart's racing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so's mine.
Mine's too, and it's
exactly.
so fucking good. It's sinister, but not being sinister. It's just catty.
It's classic in the way that like Scarface was.
Yes.
Where they couldn't get the movie made if they showed the kills. So it's like, fine, we're not going to show any kills. But you're going to get all the implication of the kill.
Yes.
Chainsaw, shadow, blood on
shower
walls.
curtain, blood. You're going to get it.
You get all of that, but you never see a body.
Yeah, I enjoyed the fact that it cut off with him cutting off his leg. But it was like a 5-minute scene building up to it.
Yes.
He's like, oh, well, we're going to put some adrenaline in you.
Yeah.
If you fucking look away once, I'm cutting your goddamn eyelids off.
It was how you do torture in like a mainstream way, so it's not like icky and almost hard to watch.
I enjoy it more, because I don't like the gore porn, hostels, and saws and shit.
It's too much.
I don't get it.
And then when you really start dissecting those scenes, it looks fake. There's no way you can't really do organs that well. You can't do blood that.
It's too much of a suspension to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, like my best case of like a torturous, grounded kill would be like Man on Fire, where he cuts the guy's fingers off and then takes the cigarette lighter on the dashboard and starts cauterizing them and shit, and then he just kills him.
Yeah,
like, that is more of a torturous scene than like, we're gonna put a bear trap on your dick,
right?
And some Dobermans are gonna fucking eat your eyelids off.
At some point, it's just like a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
It's just like overkill to the max. So I'm glad they bring you to that brink, but they never take the step over.
Yes.
They kept it classy.
It was very
good
classy.
for F. Gary Gray.
It was a very classy movie. Considering the kills, it was classy.
I didn't know that I liked this man as much as I do, but he's
I didn't know I liked this movie as much as I did. I knew I liked F. Gary Gray, but it was again just saying like, okay, his name, okay, cool, I've seen it.
Very tasteful.
But yeah, actually sitting down and like, this is a blockbuster that like of the time was like very very original.
Right.
In a very unoriginal time.
And like the budget for this movie is $53 million.
Which isn't a lot.
Not really.
Especially for shooting in Philadelphia. Like, I don't think he did any like establishing shots and like we filmed in Canada.
Like, that's an iconic courthouse. Could you imagine paying for that? That's an iconic prison. Could you imagine paying for that? And it grossed $127.9 million at the box office.
So not quite Tripoli.
Yeah, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Double and some change. Mm-hmm. But and for 2009, I mean, look back at 2009, you had Iron Man, the start of the MCU.
Yeah, that's how I started seeing a lot of like MCU movies pop up, like the originals.
That's when they took off. It was 08, 09, into the 2010s, and now we're, in phase 4, and everybody wants to kill themselves, but...
It's because they're damaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good to see like a blockbuster that I still like enjoyed so late in the game.
Creative as fuck.
Yeah, it was really weird to be like, oh, a film made to be a blockbuster in 2009
with superstar actors.
I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Like, you figured this would be a safe movie.
It's super safe.
You figured this would be action, cop, superhero type, vigilante. They throw that word out there. You figure it would be more stereotypical shtick type shit, but it's not. It's a lot more intricate.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot more intricate.
Way
than,
more intricate than I would have even thought to, at all. I wouldn't have thought to make something this like in depth and going deeper.
Yeah,
I would have stopped at like the 3rd or 4th level, but yeah, he went down like the 7th/9th circle of fucking hell to finish making this.
Right.
It was fantastic.
Where's he go after the Darby kill? He goes to they find him.
He kills Darby. They arrest him because that's when they find out that it was on his property.
Yep.
And he is being interrogated by Jamie Foxx for the first time.
He gets butt ass naked and they arrest him.
Yeah, he has that cool like, Macho Man arrested naked scene where it's like he puts his hands up and like he's badass and like silently walks.
I think he was contractually obligated to keep his clothes off at that point.
We have to have
career.
like a 30 seconds of abs.
He got signed for 300. I mean, he was butt ass naked in 300.
So many spray painted on abs. So many.
I love how they made fun of that. We're the Spartans.
Yes, that's literally the scene I was thinking of. The fat guy with
with the sprayed on abs. Oh my god.
That's literally what I was
like
thinking
everybody
of.
is bronze. Like
yes, I was thinking oily.
It's so good. Like where does everyone get all this suntan lotion from?
Xerxes.
So yeah.
But
so
yeah, no.
funny.
Again, it's one of those things you wouldn't have thought that Gerard Butler could have pulled this off as well, but he did.
And, like, even if you were buying into the whole beginning of this movie, when he gets to jail, like, if you're cynical, you're like, all right, he's not going to be able to do the interrogation. He's not going to do the interview good. Like, Gerard Butler, you're like, oh, he's not going to be able to hold up on screen with Jamie Foxx when Jamie Foxx
any actor can cry and act, like, traumatized, but, like, the rest of the film, you have to actually live with that.
Smug and confident in front of, you know, I mean, Jamie Foxx is what he is. He's a superstar. I mean...
He's a superstar, and he seems very professional and stoic.
Yeah.
But he also seems very humble at times. From what I've seen in interviews, he doesn't seem like he's full of himself, but he seems like he knows what he's there for.
No, but it's got to be intimidating to sit across from him and do a scene like, oh my god, like, this dude just knows he's going to kill it. Like, that's how smooth he is. And you got to, like, be the crazy one. You got to match his level of I'm smart.
But better.
Yeah. And
without showing it.
And he does. That's the thing. Like, you wouldn't think you'd get that.
From the get-go.
And he matches him lick for lick the entire movie.
He's very abrupt, and this is, again, that turning point of Gerard Butler, because beginning very timid, up until this point, he hasn't said a word other than his whole Darby thing, but, of course, he's going to lash out to that. But to the rest of the world, he's not... Yeah. He hasn't made a peep.
Yeah.
And now he is kind of being introduced to the world as far as characters.
Yeah, 10 years after.
He's talking to Jamie Foxx again after 10 years.
He's a fucked ass man. 10 years after.
And yeah, it's a 180. He is very, very dry, very done.
And he knows what questions he's going to get asked, and he knows how to answer them.
This is that 10 years of prep.
This is when it starts. Yeah. You see the 10 years of prep immediately.
Yes.
Because the dude's like, when they're looking through his shit, he's like, is he a lawyer? It's like, no, he's not a lawyer. He's like an engineer. He gives him the law book, and he's like, oh shit.
But no, I'm done
This dude reading the same shit I'm reading.
Right. This is the advanced copy that I cheated on.
Yeah, this is how I win. It's like, yeah, well, he's going to outlawyer you.
But yeah, probably my favorite beginning acts of confidence that Gerard Butler has is this interrogation.
Right.
Because he knows at this point the DVD is at his house. Jamie Foxx does not.
Oh, yeah.
But Gerard Butler knows.
Yep.
So he's already making a deal. He's like, I want the bed.
Yep.
And that's when the frizzy-haired cop is like, oh, there's a bolted. He's like, that's what wrenches are for, dumbass.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't hear anyone say it at the cops. As far as, like, because he knows he's in control already. And it's so great.
While also at the same time maintaining his poise. He's not laughing.
It's not loud. Yeah, it's not lost of temper.
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't broke character yet. He's just, I want a bed. My back hurts, man. You got to help me out. Just like we're having a conversation at a coffee house, like just very blunt. He never leaves that. Even when Jamie Foxx gets smug and he's like, "Oh, well, you'll never, we're gonna figure it out" and shit like that. And
he's still just like, "Okay."
He doesn't. Hey, detective,
just
blow me. He doesn't ever hit him with one of those.
The abruptness is only because that background detective cop, who's kind of Jamie Foxx's partner, he shouldn't really be there.
It's kind of like his lackey, more so, because because Jamie Foxx is kind of tag team partners with the DA, really, and that dude's just, because he's constantly telling him shit to do. It's like, oh, get the thing, and he's the one that's going to bring the mattress, and shit like that.
Yeah, he's like the higher up kind of detective but he's not
over the cop.
Shown doing cop work,
Yeah, he's like the over cop guy. I don't know.
But his line to him, like, that's what wrenches for, dumbass. It's very good and abrupt. It's because he's like, shut up. I'm talking to him. I'm telling him what I want.
Yeah, we're dueling right now.
You need to stop. But again, it's not an annoyance. It's just like a
matter of fact.
I'll talk to you when I'm going to talk to you, but we're talking right now. Yeah. It's good.
So good. So good.
Gets his bed.
He does. He gets his whole fucking bed.
Because I think they make a comment. Does he find out now the tape is sent to his house? And then he goes back in and that's the deal?
Yeah. No, he gets to bed before, and he comes back. Because when he leaves, that's when they tell him.
Yes, he's like, well,
he gets the phone call.
He immediately, I gotta go back in now.
When they're
Great.
back at the office.
Yes.
Yeah. And he goes back in, and he's like, and then that's when he tells him about his daughter watching the tape.
Yes. Okay, I thought so. I was like, it's really weird. They're like, he doesn't leave the jail, but like a whole new set of things happen, and then he's like, well, I'm back at the jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is annoyed. He tries to be tough to Butler, but again, he's not having it.
Yeah, and he does it like 3 or 4 times. It's ridiculous. Like, he goes in this time, and he's like, you know we're going to figure it out or whatever, and he's trying to be smug with him. And then this is when he asks for the food, isn't it?
You ever had Del Frisco's?
Yeah. He tells him, give me catering, you know, I want this meal, you know, and he tells him, I want everything with it, and bring it to me at exactly 1 o'clock.
And again, he doesn't tell you anything else. He's just, this is what I want. I will do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'll do a backflip with a fucking Roman candle up my ass.
And he still denies
I want
him
this
the food.
one promise.
And he still bickers over the food because he doesn't want to have to give in.
Well, he kind of tries to. The warden the warden tries to muddle in. He's like, we're going to search it again because we give them the time. They don't tell us what to do. And, again, a very good scene. But a very good scene where not a lot happens, but you're not bored because this little span, they have like the whole searching of the Del Frisco truck.
Yep.
The warden kind of arguing with Jamie Foxx kind of doing his thing.
Yep.
And then that secondary background cop doing his, like, chiming in. And I believe this is for the second murder.
Yep.
That is the missing a lawyer of
Darby. That nobody even knows is missing yet. It's so
he's
good.
missing like 3 or 4 days. And he tells them, again, he's like, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. And he think it's a stake at 1:08.
Yeah.
8 minutes past time. And that's why I made a joke to you. I'm like, how long can you hold your breath, Jake?
Yeah.
Could you hold your breath for 8 fucking minutes?
Nope.
And that's before they've even left.
Yeah.
But again, it's very straight to the point. I need this at 1 o'clock because it's going to take you 15 minutes to get there. He is going to run out of air at 1:15.
So you better be opening that door. Yeah.
He should be able to hold his breath for a minute or two. That's the digging time.
Yeah.
I've had this planned. Again, you lied. Well, there's now consequences. I'm sorry. Jamie Foxx again tries to be smug, and he's like, "Well, you killed him because your lunch was late."
Yeah.
I
didn't do anything. You did it. Fighting with me about my lunch.
Right.
If you would have just went and got it, I would have been fine. Because he even admits it when they get there. He's like, if he'd got his food on time, he'd still be alive.
Exactly. Because again, that's what irritates me about his switching. Because he.
And that's one of my first gripes with the movie. I wish they would have done more with that. Jamie Foxx could have been held accountable for all of these murders.
Yeah.
Because, very technicality-wise, but if you look at the law,
as far as
that's the whole
mounting
reason
pressure
he
is
didn't
what you
take
mean.
his
Like,
case. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he should be feeling pressure now from his superiors because, well, technically, you just, admitted you could have saved his life.
When I was like, the world seems to love Jamie Foxx in this.
Yeah,
despite him being a piece of shit.
Terrible piece of shit. The entire movie.
Yeah, no one makes a comment like, you got my husband killed.
Yeah. Even his wife is, so down for him to just miss fucking all the recitals. Like, she didn't bitch at him once.
Yeah, she fakes annoyed. I don't want to say fakes annoyed, but again, it's because they don't show his home life. There's no impact to her being like, you're never around.
And when the daughter watches the murder, when they watch the video, there's, no response emotionally. She's just holding the kid.
No, again, this is my praise to Regina, where I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I generally thought she was good in that scene. She had that good panicked voice, but that whole I'm trying not to super panic.
But there wasn't even them fighting scenes. Why didn't you come home?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There should have been some sort of confrontation between
which is where she's just left to the wayside again.
And I hate that because she really nailed the character.
Yeah, I wanted those moments for his home life to kind of ground you to realize, well, this is what Gerard Butler's missing.
Yeah.
This is why he's doing this, because, he doesn't have this daughter anymore. He doesn't have...
Exactly.
This wife that loves him. He doesn't get a shitty meatloaf night because you fucked up.
And you take it for granted.
So even if he didn't mess with his family, I wish I could have seen a little bit more home life because...
He should have at least tortured him with that.
Yes.
Like, that should have been his device for Jamie Foxx.
Exactly.
Every time he came back, he should have constantly questioned him about his family.
Yes. Like, no matter how pissed you are, you got a wife at home, right? You got a kid at home, right? Okay, cool.
He should have kept nagging on that point.
Oh, but you killed this lawyer. Is your wife and child fine? That must be nice. That must be nice. I'm sorry I killed this whole other person you don't know, but...
Exactly. And like...
Exactly, yeah.
And, like, you could have even tied in the whole murder things. Like, all the murders are end up on Jamie Foxx's head. He could have been pressing that point in the interrogation rooms, like, well, you know, the blood's kind of on your hands now. What's your family going to do without you? You know what I'm saying? And could have pushed it back on the Jamie Foxx character a little more.
The paparazzi mob in the beginning, I wanted to see them at his house.
Exactly.
By the third or fourth time, like, when the news is now, we can't cover this up anymore.
Yeah, a murder, like another murder involved with a case with the same dude.
That you supposedly put to bed 10 years ago,
you're
that
had
a bad execution.
Yeah. You're supposed to be the hotshot fucking attorney. What the fuck's going on with you?
And I think that's like the same kind of flaw we've been like saying is like the major glare issue of this.
Yeah.
Is that there's no giant real world impact. It's just these characters playing chess.
Exactly.
Through the whole film, but like there's no, I don't want to say innocent people are, you know, taken, but you know, there's the wife of the lawyer doesn't show up to the police station mad.
Yeah, exactly.
The warden doesn't. Everyone is very inconsequential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they treat the body count like a body count. Like, the people that die is like, all right, well, you're getting toasted because you said 3 lines and I don't care about any of them. So I know you're about to die.
Yeah. It's like, you had the unfortunate luck of being this guy's masseuse. I'm
like
sorry.
the sidekick girl to Jamie Foxx. And you just knew. You just knew because she was on the team when the case happened.
Yeah, and she's his, like...
So it's like she was in the courtroom, sitting next to him, next to the DA. So it's like, oh fuck, your name's on the list too. Like Steve Buscemi and fucking Billy Madison. I'm sorry I bullied you in the 2nd grade. And he just like put lipstick on.
Who is this?
And he scratches on Billy Madison.
Oh, Billy Madison.
Oh,
I haven't thought about you in years.
Yeah. Such a good character. I wish they would have made a movie about that.
I was going to say, I want
that arc.
I genuinely want to see it. Like,
and
what do you
now
do?
Sandler's doing serious movies like Hustle and Uncut Gems. Let's get it.
Call us.
Oh my, I'd write that for you.
Jordan Peele, call us. Adam Sandler, call us.
You know, just a little help from us. Sometimes you need an outside perspective
You do.
to make a great film.
Jamie Foxx, I got nothing for you right now. Give me a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I'll think of something.
Yeah, don't do Django Part 2 yet. Let me write it.
It's Django Part 3.
Yeah.
Skip 2. It's that intense. But yeah, that was my like big problem. Was like there's no like super outside impact. And you would think, I'm gonna spoil a little bit, but the car explosion alone.
Yeah, there should have been calls for fucking
a dozen
heads
cars blow
in
up
the media in Philadelphia.
Right.
They should have been at that dude's house all day. Like,
some news helicopters.
What do you know? What's going on with
I mean, if you would have kept it in the same formula of a background.
8 deputies and attorneys died under your watch. What the fuck?
Well, even the wife calling, like, people are here asking questions.
Something.
You didn't even need to show it. You could have just
somebody
had
threw a brick
call.
through our window.
Yes.
You're not under attack at all, Jamie Foxx. It's not fair, okay?
Yeah.
Gerard Butler watches his family die in front of him in 3 minutes into this film, and you are still in a clean suit.
Yeah, it feels very guarded. Despite, like, anyone could drop and everyone is going to drop. It still feels very guarded and safe, which is good.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, it's just because of the extremity of all these deaths, what's the point of playing safe anymore?
Right.
You've already fucking put a cell phone bomb in someone. You had an anti-tank thing come up with a goddamn rocket launcher.
This movie gave me a lot of Seven vibes. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. A lot of Seven vibes. But at the same time, I wish they would have borrowed a lot more from Seven. You know, like,
it needed a little bit more.
Just a little kick in the ass that would have put it over the top. Because, yeah, just the what's in the box. I mean, like, you should have put Jamie Foxx through something.
Yeah, again, that's the main problem. Is Jamie Foxx is babyface the whole time, and he ends the movie babyfaced as the winner.
It's weird. Yeah, the payoff, because it's the anti-hero movie, so you're pulling for Gerard Butler the whole time. Dude gets fucked.
Well, it's that Jamie Foxx doesn't get any, like, lessons. He doesn't, like, learn anything. It's just, like, he just survives through
They
it
should
all.
have ended it with him being fucking, like, brought down a peg. He's no longer the DA.
Yeah, he just
at least
smugly
gets arrested and has to answer for all these dead bodies in his fucking wake. You know what I'm saying? Like, the case that you could have snuffed in the bud, you slipped on because you're a piece of shit, and now it come back to bite you in the ass.
What would have been the best ending
It never bit him in the ass.
and accepted the ending of Gerard Butler dying would be Jamie Foxx giving a speech at City Hall telling the public,
Yeah.
10 years ago, I let justice, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I have
I will
not...
step down. Something like that.
Something.
I
You could
agree.
have kept him scot-free. You didn't have to kill anyone else. You could have kept the whole movie.
Super babyface then, yeah.
Just let him...
He needed
let
to
him
acknowledge
make a,
it and be like, I'll
Yes.
step down. And you see him like packing up his shit, and he has his own little...
Or
suit-
like, I'm going to look
Yeah.
back at all my old cases and fresh
Yeah.
perspective.
something.
Because they show him looking at his fucking case, and it was like, oh, now I get it. He's like, have you never looked at these files, my man?
And that was like after the 8 police deaths
Yes.
in the fucking
This
parking
is
lot of the
11
prison.
years later.
Yeah, it's like,
what the fuck?
dude? You didn't even bother to open the file that you
No.
said no to?
No.
You just heard that they threw out the incriminating evidence. I was like, well,
I'm not
can't-
doing this.
Can't fucking do that. I ain't got time for that.
What did the guy do? Rape a kid? 2 years.
Yeah. I think that's what he said. He's like, I just don't have time. I don't have time to fight this.
Yeah, again, he's very smug in the intro. It's just like he's always talking about winning and
But for
everything.
them to put him over as that big of an asshole, they let the asshole win.
Yes. There's no giant turning point.
Yeah.
They just make him win.
Who's the next death? We got
The next death is...
the judge.
It is the judge.
It is the judge.
Because I don't want to say there's a lull, but there's a point in time where he interviews him 1 or 2 more times, and nothing's getting done because of his connections.
Yeah.
There is no paper trail.
He's at a standstill. This
Everything
is when
is-
they meet the secret agent or whatever in the
Yeah,
tunnel.
everything is blacklisted for him as far as like information. It's just like he doesn't exist, but he exists, and they haven't really fully explained on to you.
You know, like, where's
So,
this dude been for 10 years?
They go to the judge who originally presided over his case, and presides over his case now. Currently, he had a large outburst.
Yeah.
Which
Great
we
fucking court
skipped over,
scene. Yeah.
which we'll talk about now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I honestly forgot about it. I thought it was now.
I think it is. I think it's all kind of back to back to back
It's
here.
the beginning of this
Yeah.
dead point because they're mad at him.
Yeah, because that's when they lock him away.
He said he'd give them evidence.
Yeah.
He finally gives them evidence for Darby. The judge has presided over his case before. Fucked him over. Didn't give a shit. Again, justice system failed.
Again.
He essentially is telling them point blank, you have no evidence against me that's not circumstantial. I'm being held here with no charges.
Yep. And he
You
even
need to-
gives them like a verbal admission so he can get to the courtroom to get in front of that judge again. You know what I'm saying?
But only enough
Yeah,
to get to that
but
point.
just
exactly.
enough with no evidence. It's all verbal shit, and he knows that from reading the books
Yes.
and everything, and studying and meticulously putting this whole thing together for 10 years.
But he quotes the Gay v. McDonough case or something like that.
So yeah, he knows the case by heart and quotes it directly, and the judge is like, "Oh shit, I gotta agree with you. Like, you may be able to walk free. This is your first offense." And,
Right.
And then he just shuts it down. It's like, "You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, this is the...
I'm being accused of killing 2 people, and you just let me walk out."
I think this is the kind of... One of the first moments that I beyond enjoyed the movie was like, this really is kind of an important film. And if this movie was any older, it would be considered a classic.
True.
Because, yeah, this is like a Gattaca moment. This is the Citizen Kane. This is...
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
Exactly.
He's telling you the justice system does not work.
Yep.
You treat it like a fucking assembly line. If someone comes to you that has money
Yep.
or a little bit more leeway intelligence,
Yep.
the law doesn't fucking apply to them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they're just so crooked, you think, what's the point of doing it?
Because
the law
of your
doesn't apply to
ego,
them.
and you feel like your time could be better spent somewhere else.
Yes.
He runs down. He gets them good.
His lines are quotable, but not in a sense of a movie quote. They're quotable in like a sense of like, holy shit, this rings true.
Like, whoa, that's real in real life.
But yes, he's, again, the amount of paperwork and trial and error he has to use to get this same judge is insane.
Oh, yeah.
He gets the judge, and I don't think she truly recognizes him.
Yeah, I don't think so either till he brings it up.
Yeah, because she's even like, oh, you should tread carefully. He's like, you really don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
You really don't. But her whole shtick is Jamie Foxx or if it's answering phones in her courtroom.
Yep.
Obviously, a little foreshadowing. Jamie Foxx and the assistant DA, who is his mentor, are there, and they come plainly to her and say, we just need to just completely nullify his rights.
Fuck this dude. We got to get him out of here.
Use any home terror law you need to. And she's like, fine. I'm absolutely fine doing this.
We'll do that.
Which, again, is that, like, holy shit. Because you see it in Law & Order, but you vote for these people. You're like, oh, hell yeah, you got them. And it's like...
Which is the exact same thing Gerard Butler asked him to do in the beginning.
Yes.
He's like, I'm telling you, I was there. I seen him. I know his face. I am the evidence. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, oh, well, you're not good evidence. It's like...
Yeah, it's not his evidence, so he doesn't
oh,
want it.
What the fuck?
But yeah, he kills the judge with a, I don't know if it's an explosion or a small caliber round. They don't really tell you.
Some kind of, cell phone triggered explosion.
But a full-blown impact explosion to her head that is not only in the cell phone, and not only in the cell phone to where when he dials it, but it also waits for voice recognition.
Yeah. So it's
because, just in case she is not holding the phone at that millisecond, it wants the voice recognition saying hello,
so
and
good.
then...
So good.
And it's so quick, because they're at a funeral.
Yeah.
Or about to go to a funeral. Okay, you think this is it for another 5 minutes, not a death.
Nope.
And then, boom.
Her body just flops.
Yeah, it's like, really good. Whoa. You can almost see, like, the wire she's hooked to that pulls her at that exact moment.
Yeah.
Because, she genuinely fucking rips off that chair.
It's good.
I would hate to do takes of that.
It's fucking good.
But, again, something I enjoyed very much about this was the practical effects.
Yes, loads of practical effects.
I don't think there was a single explosion that was... I mean, maybe the end fire only...
that was definitely...
slow time manipulation.
That was definitely some sort of CGI of some sort.
But the car explosions, the bullet explosions...
All that's practical.
Everything is practical, and it's moments like this that really bring home that I love practical effects. That gun, the cell phone explosion, is just so well placed.
I think that's an F. Gary Gray thing as well, because of the Fast and the Furiouses. How many times have you watched a car blow up in the Fast and the Furious? And it's like...
Yeah.
Boom, it's an actual car.
Yeah.
They flip a car, they blow it up, like... So I think he just loves practical effects.
Oh, I can definitely see that.
He looks like he's that kind of guy.
Because I noticed a lot in the Friday movie, a lot of stunts. And a lot of, like... it's like almost like a Talladega Nights.
Yeah,
you wouldn't expect this much work went into like these certain things
to
but
make
like
this goofy ass movie.
A lot of fucking work and a lot of timing and a lot of math and a shit ton of work went into these certain scenes.
Like I said, a lot of practical effects and shit goes into
and
that.
he utilizes them so well. And then it rides a line of extravagance.
It does.
Like I said, these deaths are very
epic, over the top.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like nothing seems out of place. It's
No.
not like, there's no like poisonings. It's not like electrocutions. It's just like, I put a fucking bomb in your cell phone.
Yeah.
You're gonna answer the phone. It's gonna blow your fucking head up.
Put a
right?
bomb under City Hall. I can do all that.
Even the tank cemetery death.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most extreme.
That's the most out there one.
It's not like super out of ordinary.
No, because he could build that.
Yeah.
He's built worse.
It's just a fucking little road
He made a
with
cell phone bomb. How hard is it to make a gun that rolls?
A cart with a gun and some duct tape.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, a duct tape and a fucking timer. What are you doing?
I can do that.
But yeah, now we're at the point of, I think this is the funeral. They're at the judge's funeral.
Yeah.
And then Jonah gets fucking taken out again. These deaths are like, it's not too fast, but it's every other scene. It's someone's getting murdered.
It really is. It's either a super deep talking scene, followed by like a slightly pretty visual scene.
Yeah, like a quick landscape shot.
Immediately followed by an explosion and death.
Yes.
It's kind of the formula of the movie. It's just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom.
Especially toward this part because this is when it stacks up.
It picks up.
It stacks up insanely quick.
Because I think like up to here we're like at 6 or 7 bodies, and then in one kill we get 6 or 7 bodies.
More than that. I
Like
think
the
it's
car
almost a
blows
dozen.
up. Yeah.
But yes, the
He deactivates all the cars on the road. Then he lets one start back up, and it's his buddy.
yes.
And they move up just enough to get in his line.
Yeah, only out of
And
it
then-
because they moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, he's
He holds him still and makes him watch.
yes, that's the thing. He's holding him hostage
Yeah.
to make him fully aware that Jonah is not
Like, I
making
could
out of
have
this.
killed you here, but instead I'm going to make you watch everybody else die first.
Right? Which, again, that's the whole point, and that's why Jamie Foxx is left untouched.
It just felt like he was unaffected by it. Like, he
Yeah,
didn't give a
it
fuck
leaned
about
too
anybody in that
much.
car.
Yeah, it leaned too much in the... He's so unaffected
Yeah.
that it doesn't matter.
Because, like, even his buddy, Jonah, he's like, Jonah! And they got to hold him back, but it's like... Because they know that car's about to blow up, dude. Just, like...
Well, it also sucks because Jonah makes a comment to Jamie Foxx. He's like, did we bring this on ourselves?
Yeah.
And Jamie Foxx is like, oh, hell no. And he's like, are you really that fucking stupid still to
Yeah.
where... And then Jonah dies, and it's like, damn.
That would be the most ominous thing in the fucking world.
Right?
I would go figure something out. I'd be like, no, you're not killing me, dude.
Yeah, it just sucks that, like, because he really is kind of like the only innocent target.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't involved in the case. He just
He was in
happens-
the courtroom. He was
Yeah.
on the team, so... I mean,
I'm well aware. It's
Yeah,
just,
just lump him in.
it just sucks because, again, he's the whole time like, no, this is your fault, Jamie Foxx. Just
the
give him
patron
his-
saying, are you fucked
yeah,
up?
Give him his lunch at 1 o'clock. Give him a goddamn
Yeah.
bed.
That's serious.
Fuck. Oh, we forgot the cellmate kill. We talked about the lunch. But we forgot about the damn cellmate.
The Deftones kill.
We're going to go back about
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, because it's worth it. Because, I mean, anytime
Yeah, I forgot.
someone T-bone stakes somebody to death.
I totally forgot about it because it was like, don't forget to talk about it so much. I was like, I talked about
Yeah.
it.
And they say this was the only pointless kill, but it's not. It's to move him to solitary.
Yes, it's to get him in solitary.
Yeah, he knows this will get him out because they've already been... He's got everything he wanted, and then he's still fucked up. So
I kind of wish he still was someone else, though. Like he was like a buddy of Ames.
he should have been. Should have been there, the guy driving the car or something.
Yeah.
Come to find out.
Because
he's-
everything was
yeah.
so calculated, you might as well have just made the cellmate someone. But yeah, he gets his Del Frisco's, is enjoying it for a minute, and he makes a comment. He's like, so what do I... He's like, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to cock my right hand back.
Yeah.
Bust your fucking face in half.
It's like, oh, tough guy.
He's like, well, we'll join in, buddy.
Yeah.
And I made a comment to you. I was like, oh, this guy's like his best day ever.
Yeah.
He's got Eminence front. He's eating a fucking well-done steak.
And then he shows
just,
his buddy how to work the iPod.
it's so good. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I changed the song. And I like that he purposely has it scheduled for the next song is a disgustingly heavy song, which is Deftones' Engine Number 9.
Of course it is. That's how you
Which,
kill
I mean,
him.
if I'm going to kill someone with a steak bone,
That's horrible.
I'm doing it.
Yep.
But the death is the most gory
It is.
and the most, like, it almost reminds me of, like, Sweeney Todd level of blood.
Blood, yeah.
But it didn't feel out of place, and I enjoyed it. It was a genuinely fun death.
Yeah. Because up to this point, there's no blood.
No, everything is very... I mean, yeah, a drop or two
It's yeah.
on
I mean,
someone.
yeah, but
Like, they show the bucket of blood, but yeah, there's no,
Yeah.
like, active
bleeding.
death.
Yeah.
It's just blood separate
It's-
entity from human body.
Like I said, the whole Scarface effect, you never see it. This is the first time you actually see it.
Yeah, so it's prequel and aftermath.
Yeah,
It's never...
and I'm glad that they waited till, what is this, like, around the halfway mark of the movie, kind of.
Yeah, it's a good, probably hour, 10 minutes almost.
Yeah.
Into the
So,
film.
I mean, it's perfect time if you're going to have a massive fucking bloodbath. Might as well do it here. Because
Yeah.
there's plenty of time to come back from that.
Yeah, it's the most out of thumb, but it's not like... Well, that was the last death, so
Yeah.
you had to live with that the whole fucking
No,
car ride home.
Because after this, it just gets even... It gets grander.
This is, this is the hiking up point where, because I forgot he was in solitary when
It blows
these
up
final
everybody.
little, like, wheel turns.
Yeah, because he tells them, what's he want? He wants,
He wants to be released.
Yeah, he
I
wants
want
to
my
be
charges
released,
dropped
no
and released
charges.
by 6 a.m.
6 a.m. And they call his bluff again, and everybody hangs out for
Well,
some reason till 6
The
a.m.
best part of the bluff is he tells him, I'm gonna fucking have hell open up
Yeah.
on you, basically, and
Yeah.
fire will fall from the sky. But I'm not sure what anything else equates to. I'm pretty sure a fucking car dropping from the fucking sky. But he brings everyone into the prison.
Yeah.
Which is insanely stupid to me.
It's so
like
dumb.
He's literally
like,
killed...
I get he's so overconfident that he would think that was the right thing
Yes,
to do.
I can watch everybody.
Yeah, like, oh no, we're just gonna be right here next to this guy, so when something happens, I can go run in there and tell him shit. It's like, calm down,
tell him
Jamie
I had to
Foxx.
learn my lesson again.
Yeah, it's like, calm down, Jamie Foxx. You're kind of the reason everyone's dead. You're responsible for like 30 deaths in Philadelphia in a week's span.
All because of a sandwich.
Yeah, because you're a fucking douchebag.
But yeah, he makes everyone wait. He's like, alright, 6 o'clock. He's clearly not doing anything.
Everybody go home.
Again, this level of confidence that he should not have in any way.
I know this dude has been remotely killing people for like 3 days now, but he said 6 o'clock.
Effortlessly killing people.
It's like 6 o'clock. Everyone sat here all night till 6 o'clock. Everyone should have been at home till 6 o'clock.
Until 6 o'clock, right?
I would have gotten as far
It's
away
a lot
from this
harder
dude
to kill
as
30.
possible.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to kill 30 people in 30 locations than 30 people in one location.
Yeah, like how easy his accomplice was like no one's even at lunch. No one went to get food. All of you.
I didn't even miss the coffee run.
All your cars are right here.
Yes.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Just slides under each car and wire and shit.
It's so good.
They never mention his accomplice. Or
There
they
is
never
none.
show him. It's him,
Yeah.
isn't it? The whole time
Yes.
he's just sneaking back out.
Yeah.
Through his. We gotta talk about this fucking prison
El
system.
Chapo tunnel.
The El Chapo tunnels. Why does no one check the fucking floorboards?
It's because you're walking on it, you're like, I'll feel it. And it's like,
Like,
really?
oh, no one could dig all the way to China through the earth. It's like, I don't need to dig China.
There's no hole under this carpet.
I just need to dig 12 feet down so I can be tall enough and not hit my head.
Right, to go that other
To go
direction.
left or right.
Any way out, right?
Check your floors. That's all I'm saying, people. If you're hiding prisoners,
Don't want to break through 14 walls?
don't leave your prisoners alone on dirt floors.
Don't arrest Gerard Butler.
Yeah. Or that. Yeah. Never arrest Gerard Butler.
Unless, generally did something.
And then make sure he doesn't have fucking rubber floors or the motherfucker will dig a hole.
But yeah, speaking of the hole, he told you he dug one under every cell.
Yeah.
Because there was no possibility he would know what cell he would get in.
And it is. It's like a long cavern with fucking
there's-
shit. You see it.
It's so great.
I love that they showed it because I'm not, like we just said, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, how did he know what cell? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, he didn't know what cell.
He left nothing to chance. He literally
He
dug
just knew
like
he could get
12,000
into
tunnels.
every
and one
fucking
long
one.
one.
Yeah. All
It's
with
so good.
triggered one-way remote doors.
Yeah.
So you have to be in the tunnel to activate it. So it's all foolproof. I love that they took the time to cover up all the holes.
Oh yeah, it's the prep work he did. I like to think, beyond doing the one janitor job, he had like another job as like a bricklayer.
Yeah.
Who he married someone's sister
Yeah.
who worked at the prison because like every once in a while Joey will go there and fix a leaky pipe.
Yeah. And every time he does, he fucks up a wall.
I like to think that like he has like so many side characters. He's
Yeah.
he's also a bagel guy who works at the coffee shop that the place works at.
Yeah, because we're kind of at the point where we setting up the grandiose. I'm gonna kill everybody in town because they rough him up. They take
This
him out of
the,
his cell. They beat him up. It's an awesome scene. They have cool dialogue. If you want to look that scene up, it's.
This is when he makes his
cool.
von Clausewitz comment.
Yeah.
Total fucking war.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring the entire disease corrupt
System
on
down.
his head.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. This is about as smug as Gerard Butler gets.
I honestly, if I ever do get my music project off the ground, I'm using that sound clip.
Yeah.
Just,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's so disgustingly heavy and smug.
it is. It is, and he's like very matter of fact, and he waits for him to kick his ass. He lets him rough him up or whatever, and then he's like, "All right, you done?"
Yeah,
and
again,
he tells him, "You'll never figure it out. I'm always going to be one step ahead of you."
yeah, because he makes another comment. Like after he punches him, he's like, "I know what you're doing." He's like, "I don't think you do.
Yeah.
You said this twice before. I've killed 10 more people.
Yeah.
I don't think you know what's going on, man." And he still has this. They both have a smugness, but only Gerard Butler should have a smugness.
The lack of concern Jamie Foxx has for his family is ridiculous.
He might as well just fucking put them into prison with him.
For real, like, this dude's blowing up 8 people remotely.
Do you like Scary Movie?
He's killed a dude with a pufferfish fucking gun handle, like, and Jamie Foxx is like, "Oh, he ain't gonna touch my fucking family." Right. Who's this dude think he is?
Oh, he just has my address.
Yeah.
Knows what time I go to work. Knows what time my daughter goes to work.
To your fucking daughter, like
I think he delivered it.
Yeah.
I think he delivered it too.
Probably so.
I don't know.
He had all the disguises.
Because I think the guy in the tunnel is also him. Because they make a point to, like, because that's the point in time where you don't know he's breaking out, but you kind of do. And it's really fucking weird. But I like to think, like, anyone you don't necessarily see, but something happened, I like to think it's him. Because
the mailman, all of it makes sense. The cop.
yeah, he makes a comedy. He's like, he has all these fucking disguises.
Yep. And they even show it, and it's several sets of clothes.
Yeah.
I didn't catch if it was the actual outfits, but...
yeah, I would imagine that he has all of these established characters, which is fucking... I would almost wish it was a longer film, or a series, that, you kind of got to see these more downtime moments of planning.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I would have liked to, like, I don't want to say a Usual Suspects level, but a kind of like a Flash 2, and you, like, now see the face out of a shadow, and it's like, motherfucker, that was him.
Yeah. Yeah, there should have been, like, a cutback to Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx should have been intently thinking about it several times in this movie, okay? There should have been a cut to him worried about his family. There should have been the dude in the tunnel. He should have had a flashback. Like, did he see me meet the secret CIA guy?
Yeah.
And put it all together. That we should have got all that when he discovered the tunnels.
Something, or at least like the daughter making a comment, like the funny mailman's back.
Yeah.
Or that's him.
That's not the regular mailman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Anything that, like, yeah, just, again, that's the point that I'm saying, is like, Jamie Foxx is so untouched, despite this literal fucking chaos and explosions happening around him. He's just
this is like Zodiac levels of destruction.
Oh yeah, it's like Zodiac and Dark Knight put together as far as like
Joker in prison.
Yeah.
Style. This movie is God.
The only thing was missing is Gerard Butler did not blow up a hotel.
Yeah, and he's not dressed as a fucking.
I'm sorry, a hospital, not a hotel.
Same thing.
God damn it! Now I'm picturing Gerard Butler in the fucking that maid costume. And Jamie Foxx is Two-Face.
Oh my god.
Why does that sound good?
This could be. What if they get Gerard Butler to be Bane in the new universe?
What if they get Jamie Foxx to play Two-Face?
I'm not against that.
We almost had a black Billy D. Williams Two-Face because he's Harvey Dent in the Tim Burtons.
Oh yeah, sure is.
So,
but they never get to realize the.
So it's not like out of the ordinary to be like, it's him.
I wouldn't mind that at all. That'd be awesome, actually. Can we get Jamie Foxx Two-Face?
Call us, Jamie Foxx. We found a role for you.
Matt Reeves. What up, bro? We love Matt Reeves. Friend of the podcast.
He's a big fan. He's a big fan.
Big fan. Big fan.
Not Christopher Nolan. He left last time he was here.
You know.
He's just not a fan of what
Chrissy
we said.
Nolan hates us at this point.
He's like, you don't like Insomnia? Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's my best film.
How dare you shit on Dark Knight?
I'm not shitting on it. I just think the Batman was better.
I do.
Can we say that? Yeah, we're at the final,
Yeah, this is the City Hall plot in a plot, I guess.
I was about to bring up his characters, because, yeah, he plays a janitor.
Apparently, yeah, like a 10-year veteran janitor.
Yeah, they don't tell you how long he's been there, but it's clear, like, because he's making a joke with, like,
he's friends with the
security
guys.
guard. He's like, oh, how's it going? He's like, oh, same old Tuesday, you know?
Another Monday.
Yeah. So it's like he's clearly been there for a unsuspicious amount of time. So I like to think, like, yeah, around, like, 8-10 years, around, like, right after the court case, he was, like, he just started getting all these side jobs and side families and side lives and just, like...
Like you said, I think he's a bricklayer in prison. I think he's
also, like, fucking a hairdresser because, like, Jamie Foxx's wife goes there.
Yeah, like, he's probably the doorman at the elevator, you know? that works
that's
the
her role,
door
though, a hairdresser.
At the CIA building,
Yeah.
or the police building that Jamie Foxx goes into every day.
Yeah, it's just like he's all, like, I just
There's
want
a
one.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple, like, call-tos and, like, flashbacks of, like, oh, he really is him.
I just want a spy movie with Gerard Butler, 1,000 faces. Like, I thought he was awesome in disguise in this movie.
Sure,
He covered himself up. He changed his voice enough for me to care. It was like, oh, look at you trying to be a janitor of 10 years. Like I said, again,
he had, like, a black eye and a cool goatee, too, yeah.
He definitely started a 401k under that name.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a residence. He may not go there, but he's paying for an apartment somewhere.
He at least, like, had, like, a crush on an office girl.
And was about to get serious.
Yeah. It was like, I can't.
I live another life.
She's always crumbling up papers for him to pick up. Yeah. Yeah, he had like $100.
Little does he know she's just like a klutz that drops shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Maybe he's like working at a fucking chemical plant, and that's where he got the cool colored liquids.
With the rubber gloves.
Yeah.
From the Beastie Boys video, like we talked about. Oh my God, yes, it all goes
back in.
It all comes full circle.
Wait, Gerard Butlers Rick Rubin?
Could be. They both have beards. Think about it. He grows that
What about a
beard out.
biopic?
Of Rick Rubin? I think he's small and chubby.
Yeah, so is Gerard Butler.
Is he small?
I think he's small. I'd like to think he's like Hugh Jackman or like whatever. Christian Bale.
Danny Phil, 4'9".
It's so good to see him, and when you see him like next to anyone else, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
And I love that, like, he's like the mainstream like death metal guy. So like they get him to do interviews now because he's older and they're like the legacy band.
Yeah, no one hates on him anymore.
Yeah, they're the slayer of this new wave of shit. But he's the guy.
He's always holding the mic up above his
Yeah,
head.
so they constantly got him in like a band tee and just looking like a fucking vampire on blabbermouth and shit.
I'm 4'3".
Yeah, I'm very small. It's hilarious.
Good dreads.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
But yeah, I know. I'd like to see Gerard Butler play Rick Rubin. Yeah, cool. Yeah, like chill.
Yeah.
The dude kind of vibe to him.
Whatever becomes of the bomb in City Hall, though, because they show the bomb.
The bomb is in the cell with him. That's why he makes a comment. He's
Yeah.
The bomb cannot be like diffused.
That's right.
So they just move it and just move it to his cell.
Move it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. I guess.
But yeah, he plants a bomb on the 5th floor, under the 6th floor.
Conference room.
Again.
Where
floor destruction.
Yeah. Where we gotta protect the floors. Protect our floors.
Protect the floors from Gerard Butler.
God.
But yeah, they have their final confrontation in his cell. It's enjoyable. It's a little lackluster. I want a little more tension.
I wanted so much more
considering
tension.
If
Jamie Foxx was going to be as smug for 2 hours as he was,
this was his moment.
He should have got his shit off.
Yeah.
He should have been like, this ends now. Like, no, your game's in tonight. Whether you call whatever happens next.
Yeah, and
it should have been something, goddammit.
And again, it's
Denzel Washington would have had a fucking line.
It's supposed to be the fact that Gerard Butler's so blinded that it doesn't matter. So, like, I get it, but at the same point in time, it's just his characters are too much of characters.
Yeah.
Where they kind of get to be humans for at least a couple scenes.
Exactly. Not enough humanity shown in either one of them.
Yeah, the whole time they just show Gerard Butler being too smart, and I get he's too smart for his own good, and that's
now he's completely flipped and everything, but still.
I kind of wish there was a fumbling scene of him, like, maybe the cell phone didn't go off right away, and he kind of had to, are you sure you want to do this? Again. Yeah, there was just too much, too quick at times.
And like I said, all that could have been fixed with Jamie Foxx's family. If he would have touched them, or done something, or held him hostage, you fucking captured dipshit boy.
Yeah, he's
buried him underground.
So, again, the isolation they keep him in.
At least make him leave the prison to go rush home to save his family. Put him under stress.
Even if nothing was there, it's just a blank threat.
It was a blank threat.
You might want to get home.
Yeah.
That's all I
called the wrong number. Now I'm going to call the real number.
Yes.
You know, something. Just give me something.
Especially, again, because it opens with him sending DVD to their house. So it's like, well, clearly you're trying...
I can touch you.
...to touch the bee's nest.
Exactly.
You're clearly doing this.
Exactly. And then
maybe one or two more times.
We get the payoff of the phenomenal scene. Oh, my God. One of the best scenes.
Again, that's the thing. The ending is not the best, but it's shot so fucking well. It's this slow motion fire crawling up the wall behind Gerard Butler in silence.
Yeah. And the delay, he kind of figures it out when he gives him the bracelet.
Yeah, he says there's 25 seconds or something like that. And again, I'm not sure if it's exact 25 seconds, but
something like that.
There's enough time for him to panic, then realize, and then just make comfort with it, where he just sits on the bed.
And Jamie Foxx sprints down the fucking hallway. He gets out of Dodge. Which is very fast, shout out Jamie Foxx, because he's in the parking lot while the shit's still blowing up.
Yeah, he's in, like, I mean, usually solitary confinement is usually
deeper in the prison?
Yeah, I don't want to say it's ever, like, on the first floor. It's supposed to be not on the first floor.
Fucking door.
Yeah. Because it should never be on the first floor, because, like, then it's just like, well, anyone can reasonably get to it.
Right. And these are supposed to be, like, high intensity criminals or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and solitaire is not where it should be.
No. It's supposed to be with other guys who are mad.
I could never leave a building in 25 seconds.
We should have got a prison riot. He got a mattress. He got food. All that.
Again, the haves and have-nots
that was
comment.
purposely. Yeah, the haves and have-nots
That's not
comment.
led anywhere.
Somebody should have stabbed the guard. Got a gun. Something. There should have been chaos at this prison while all the cops were there.
Well,
that should have happened at 6 o'clock.
Should have had multiple cellmates, because he has the same cellmate the whole time.
Yeah.
And he makes a funny joke to that same cellmate he later kills about, oh, I have a bad back, which is why he has a new bed.
Yeah.
There was no tension between
Yeah,
his
where's
cellmate.
mine? He should have made a comment or something. Yeah. Especially if he's going to be like, I'll fucking kill you if you'll feed me later on.
Yeah, he makes a comment. He's like, oh, and it's a single, like, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was no, like, again, tension.
No, yeah, lack of tension.
Like, no matter how smart you are, Gerard Butler, you're still in a cell with this guy, and
yeah,
he doesn't
he's
have
very
that
buff.
mattress.
Yeah, he looks super buff. Like, you're definitely super buff, but you're a nerd in this movie, and he is super buff.
You have to kill people with guns.
Yeah.
He might have just, like, beat his wife with a meth rock.
Right. Or while on a meth rock. With his hands.
He thought she was a meth rock.
Yes.
He was loving the meth rock and smoked her.
But...
So, it's that have and have-nots, and they make a comment of that, and it's like, they even make all the prisoners have a freak out when he kills his cellmate, and they're like, oh, he did it!
Yeah, and they're going nuts. That's why the guards got to come in and knock the radio off.
But that's it. There's no, there's no repercussions. There's no yard scene.
And that should have been like, well, we can't have this go through with the other prisoners see it, because they're all going to go ape shit.
Yes.
They should have went ape shit. There should have been
other
more.
than some yelling. But you get yelling in any prison scene.
The perfect spot for that would have been that, if you don't free me by 6, something's going to happen. If that, like morning fucking breakfast is a prison riot. Everyone just kills each other.
Exactly, something. Some sort of more
to draw their attention away.
Because he is so intelligent, and you are putting him in a powder keg situation, where it's like you're in a prison that...
Yeah, you
really couldn't make anything happen?
Yeah. You're not in control. Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
And maybe at least the prisoner fuck with him at least once, and then he has to, okay, fuck off, I can kill now.
A prison break.
Nothing.
Or something. A handful of inmates get out.
It's almost like it's taken out of world.
Killed the superior guard. Oh my god! Right before 6 o'clock, they got to go run and they get everybody.
It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, they get everybody detained and back in their cells, and then he looks at the clock and it's like 6:03. It's like, oh fuck, we forgot all about 6 o'clock. And then they go back to the room, and then you get that tension of everybody sitting there watching the clock. Exactly. And then he's like, all right, well, fuck it. Everybody go home. It's been a long night. Because we had to deal with this. We got all this shit going on.
You're going to tell me you stayed a night in a prison, nothing happened?
Nothing happened,
Even just, again, nothing to do with him.
Yeah, that was very Ghost Hunters of them. Yeah. Oh, we're in the fucking spooky beds, and then a door creaks at 2 a.m.
I kind of wanted at least, another incident, or, a cafeteria tussle. And
he wasn't stressed enough for me, Jamie Foxx.
No. Again, it's the isolation issue.
Yeah.
It's just they kept him too isolated to a point where it's like, well, if you do mess with him, it really has no effect.
But all in all, phenomenal movie, I'll say. For this movie to just blindside us, oh, hey, this is on YouTube.
I was just generally
let's check this out for the free. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, wow.
I'm glad I watched Death of Smoochie recently and Lady Killers recently, so it's like I have been able to recently watch and just turn my brain off and enjoy some films.
Yes, and this is like a palate cleanser from those type of obscure, different...
Yeah, but that's always in a comedy genre. I don't usually get to turn my brain off for action.
No, yeah.
And not in a bad way, turn my brain off, but it's just, there's nothing I had to think about. It was just like...
And I think this was the perfect flavor for us and the movies we've recently watched. It was something completely different, nothing planned, just kind of sporadic, hey, this was a really good fucking movie.
But it did hit a vein, because we're going to start doing some Michael Mann movies soon.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I didn't know Jamie Foxx was such a Michael Mann. I knew he was in Collateral,
and
it was like, oh, cool, we're going to do that eventually, and then it was...
Because, I know Michael Mann from Heat, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's...
But I didn't know he did Ali.
Me neither.
I didn't know he did, there was another
Miami
movie.
Vice.
I think I knew he did Miami Vice, but Public Enemies was the one I didn't know he did. And I don't know if I was super excited to see that, because I'm a hit or miss Johnny Depp fan.
Right.
And he had done Black Mass around the same time.
Yeah, Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, and I was like, it really wasn't that good. I was like...
That's a slow movie.
I
It's a
thought I was
slow
curious
movie. I like-
how he was going to do Dillinger.
I like the story and have watched the documentary that I like Stars or whoever did on Whitey Bulger, so I was into the character already, and I like Johnny Depp a little, so I was gonna give it a chance.
Yeah.
It's decent, but yeah, I'm with you. It's not the greatest.
Yeah, I just became so bored, and it was a dry boring,
Yeah,
opposed to an entertaining boring.
Well, and that's a genre that's been beat to death by phenomenal movies. Like Scorsese owns the market on that. I don't know if he did
It seemed like a
Black Mass.
shitty Departed, did it not?
It was a shitty Departed.
It seemed like a super shitty Departed.
It was, and it was when it was gangster. It was like the blandest, great value Goodfellas of all time.
It
Like,
was kind of reminding me of like a bad episode of Sopranos. And,
Yeah. it was like
a
4
little
bad
Goodfella.
episodes of Sopranos glued together.
Yeah.
Like it was the worst of Sopranos.
Yeah, it was like a Departed and shitty fucking Sopranos all mixed together. It didn't entertain me. So Public Enemy, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
he's doing another gangster movie back to back. I don't really care. And I wasn't a Michael Mann fan at that point.
No, not at all.
But
Well,
now
not to say at least.
Now
Yeah.
I've seen some of his movies and like put 2 and 2 together more and be like,
Like,
I
oh.
do like Collateral. I do like Miami Vice. I do love
Yeah.
Heat. So it's like now I know his flavor.
And I own Collateral, so that won't be hard to. Yeah, I have it.
But I generally have been enjoying Jamie Foxx, so I think we're gonna do some Jamie Foxx movies.
Oh yeah, I'm
and
down.
Then see what else is spurs from there.
Right, yeah, because we'll watch one of those and be like, oh shit. I know that's why like I'm dreading watching Django, because from Django,
You have to go to
I want
another
to watch. I
Quentin.
want to watch everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I either want to do another Quentin. I want to go Leo. I want to go Sam Jackson.
I do want to do
I
another.
want to go Christoph Waltz. I want to go. Give me
I think
all.
I want to do a
Yeah.
Hollywood because I haven't
What's
seen
what-
that yet.
yeah.
And you've seen like 2 or 3 movies recently
Yeah.
that you haven't seen yet.
Right.
And it's been a minute since I've seen a movie I haven't seen.
True.
So-
True.
I'll give it a try for sure.
And
like it or not.
I don't think you'll hate it. It's Quentin. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think I'll
you'll
hate
find
it.
You'll find things you love about it. You'll love the dialogue because
It became so long since I hadn't seen
Yeah.
it. It was like a.
like fuck it. I mean, if it comes on, it comes on. But we're in that awkward era where it's out of theaters, and either you buy the DVD and it's not on TV yet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm like? It's not on streaming yet. It's kind of that in between phase.
But it does look like a HBO Maxy movie. I don't
It
know
is.
why it hasn't
It's coming.
popped up on it.
Yeah, I imagine they'll get there.
But what would you rate? Not Collateral. Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen. Cool 7.5 for me.
I think I gotta go like an 8.5. I
7.5,
genuinely
8.
loved it.
I could give it an 8. I could go there. The ending sat wrong with me. Like I've gone through it. It's just
It's so abrupt.
I didn't like that the anti-hero didn't get his payoff. I didn't like that Jamie Foxx didn't get his comeuppance. Someone should have got him. He was too smug the entire movie to get all that over.
You know what should have happened? He should have been locked in a cell with him.
Something. He should have been humbled at some point, even if he wins in the end. I know he's the good guy, and good's got to prevail or whatever. But
Yeah.
he
But he wasn't good.
He wasn't good. He was a dickhead the entire time. It's like Better Call Saul. It's like deep down you love Saul Goodman the character, but you also know he's a shyster.
Right.
He's
Like, nothing about this is
like
legit.
He's bending the law to his to his favor. And Jamie Foxx did the exact same thing. He picked and chose his cases to the point that he was the best attorney of all time. To the point that he was so overconfident that he was going to figure all this out, and to the point that he forgot that Gerard Butler existed. And then for 10 years, this dude got to devise this plan to slowly tear down his character, and we never got to see the payoff of him getting fired, of him being removed as district attorney. Something.
Yeah, like I said, Viola Davis gave him a goddamn fucking.
She swore him in.
He got a higher goddamn position.
Yeah, he got fucking LBJ'd after Kennedy.
It's amazing.
They swore him in on the plane, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was my big thing. Is that it was the ending.
That's my knock.
But it was the ending of seeing Jamie Foxx and his wife all snuggled at the school, and him like, oh, he caught one daughter's recital, and that
out of 55 or something.
Yeah.
He's still a terrible fucking dad.
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool.
He
but
didn't rush home immediately when his daughter watched somebody get chopped up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally,
he finished his day at work. His kid was asleep when
he
he
went
got
back
home.
to work. His day was finished. He went back and clocked in.
It's just so crazy that we didn't get the payoff for that. But other than that, that's only great. This movie is great.
Yeah, that's why I give it a little bit higher, because it was just like I just genuinely was amazed at how entertained I was, and
Yeah.
I can't belittle how entertained I was because
So I can do that.
it's usually a minute.
Solid 8 from us, because other things we've watched, putting it on that scale that we've kind of gone with, it ranks up there.
Yeah, this
It's
felt
top tier.
Yeah, this felt like Death to Smoochie as
It
far
did.
as like a comfort
Lady
movie.
Killers.
This felt like Lady
I was
Killers.
just as surprised at this as I was with Lady Killers and Death to Smoochie.
Yeah, it kind of is like the best encompass
Yeah.
of everything. It's almost like an Uncut Gems, but it's better.
Because I said about 35 minutes, and I was like, I definitely remember seeing this, but I haven't watched it all the way through.
But again, the attentive, the
Yeah,
detail, and,
and-
like
and
you
just-
don't hear anyone talk about it.
Exactly. Kind of a forgotten movie from the microwave era of action movie, guy, thing, blow up, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Which that's what made me look back at because it got me wanting to see more actions
Mhm.
again, and I was like, I'm gonna look at this era and be like, I kind of want to pick out a couple movies that I think are good still.
Well, just like we hit the vein with 2002, the year of those kind of hidden gems, of those kind of obscure, after the late 90s wave.
Yeah.
You know, that weird era of movie. This is another
Yeah, you were
one.
still allowed to be
Yeah.
like weird in the early 2000s,
But
and then
also
this.
blatant in your face, like Married with Children. Like, you could make those front and center comments and the off-color jokes.
Yeah, you were allowed to be meta, and then this
Yeah.
era, you weren't allowed to be meta anymore. You had to go back to the confines,
Right.
but we had already had that taste of freedom, so
And this
this
was,
isn't that cookie cutter action criminal thing.
exactly. It was like
more.
it was that from a different perspective. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It was a different take on the same movie over and over again.
Yeah, this kind of reminded me of I Spit on Your Grave. Have you ever seen that or heard about it?
Heard about it? Yes.
It's a revenge rape
Yeah.
movie. She
Mhm.
gets her.
She comes back from the dead, right?
Yeah.
And
And
that's
it
her whole
has
thing.
that same feel of that, like, you've heard the story 100 times, but, like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. The man's left with nothing, and he's
Yeah.
gone crazy, and it's him against the world.
Right.
Okay, well, I just described 30 Schwarzenegger movies.
Punisher. I mean,
But this is better because it's different.
yeah.
And I genuinely enjoyed it. It was just the entertainment factor alone. It just let me...
Escape.
Yeah, it let me be back to where everyone else is. Again, at that palate cleanser
Yeah.
status quo,
It's
like,
oh,
okay, I do enjoy a Big Mac.
it's like, oh, if I just walked in the mall and went to the theaters on a Wednesday and this was
Yeah.
playing and I bought a ticket, I would be pleasantly surprised that I walked into this movie.
Right.
Like, I would have bought it because of Jamie Foxx or Gerard Butler, if you like him. You would have been like,
Oh, yeah, I definitely
okay,
would say Jamie
I'm
Foxx
gonna
would
give
be
it
my
a try.
ticket into
Yeah,
this,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try. And you walk in, and it's like, oh, this is a pretty good fucking movie. I don't mind watching this. You kind of get what you pay for.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'd seen this movie at least a dozen times, but it was always just like, I'd never owned it,
No,
nor had really seen it on TV, but like once or twice, but it was just like, I'd always remembered it,
and it's no
but
one's
then I forgot about it.
and it's no one's favorite movie. Nothing like
No.
you know. I've never heard this brought up.
And I get why. I mean, it's definitely, it's a weird fucking film as far as action and genre
Mhm.
and the style it's brought to, and the director.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The director threw me for a loop because I was like, what?
Again, that's why I gave it a little bit more of a higher point, because I wouldn't have thought the guy from Friday
Yeah,
or the guy that did Fast and
yeah,
Furious was
capable of
gonna
this.
be.
I figured he was just a boom boom action guy.
Yeah. But yeah, I generally it was just like I was blown away. Every kill, it was like, God damn, that's cool. Next kill, God damn, that's cool.
Because I always thought of him as, you know, I knew him from the Friday series. That's funny comedy. I figured those were like just from what he was getting asked to do.
Yeah.
Then you figure, all right, you get some renown doing Friday because it's a great series. Boom, here's a little money. Now he's the boom boom action guy with Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Who knew that he could do this? Great storytelling. I mean, it was phenomenal all the way to the end.
Yeah, I think I want to do some Bank Heist movies.
I'm with it.
I want to do Heat, and I think I want to do Dead Presidents.
I don't think I've seen Dead President, so that'd be fun.
I forgot who directed. I think it's the Hughes brothers,
Okay.
the Albert and Alvin Hughes.
Yeah.
Where they are. You've seen. I'll show you the picture before. You've seen it before,
Probably so.
but no one talks about it. It's weird. Fucking. It's a I don't want to consider it like a hood movie,
Yeah.
but it's like Heat and Menace to Society.
Mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very black cultural, but it's all the actors you've seen in other things. Like
Right.
it's
Superstar cast.
yeah, it's those actors. It's not like a
No.
low budget
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
is low budget at the same time because it's so early in these people's career.
Right.
But you can see where it's spider webbed off too.
I'm with it. Italian Job. Another Italian.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, F. Greg Harry did that.
Yeah, he did. He did Italian Job,
That was
and that's
the
a
other
movie
movie.
we've brought up several times on the show. On the
Yeah, we've been
podcast.
debating if it's going to be on the list, and I think now that
I think it's got.
I know that it's the same guy, I'm like, I kind of have to because it might be just as entertaining.
We can give Marky Mark a chance to redeem himself from Four Brothers.
Or at least enjoy another Edward Norton film called a day.
Right.
Because we can always praise him for being an asshole.
Always. Neighborzilla, law-abiding citizen. Go watch it. Peace.